dangerous times. Just like the idea of starting India's first private self-financing medical college at a time when the country badly needed professionally qualified doctors. Kasturba Medical College, established in 1953, provided equal opportunities for all to study medicine. Followed by a string of other institutions.
I have been traveling with him in the China zone as he called it. And it was a great experience for me. He was a man practicality. We didn't want everything to be done by government. And we used to go forward, taking along with him with followers and friends.
Featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not, for establishing the maximum number of institutions in one lifetime, DMAI was a man of values, uncompromising in his integrity. One of the biggest reasons for his success was his availability to all. His simplicity, friendliness, and sympathy for those in distress. He has set the path of social responsibility on which we are continuing our journey.
English is the most beautiful thing to write. We never thought about the failure. The word failure did not appear in history.
Hello.
God has perfected.
Check.
The moment we truly remember, life or not, even totally matter, money power.
Today, as we carry forward the mantle of his vision and values, we remind ourselves that life itself was his continued inspiration. to Karnataka makes Manipal Academy of Higher Education perfect.
A very good morning to all. We have assembled here today to welcome the new joinees to the Department of Commerce and to Manipal Academy of Higher Education. DOC, that is Department of Commerce, is a constituent unit of Manipal Academy of Higher Education. Mahe, as it is called, is one of the India's leading higher education institute and research institute. Before we start the program, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Mahe anthem, which introduces you to the mesmerizing world of Manipal Academy of Higher Education. That, ladies and gentlemen, was our proud Mahe anthem. We, Team Mahe, welcome the students to an exciting new chapter of your academic journey. It's with great pleasure and enthusiasm that I, Shailaja, extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you. As you embark on this new phase of your life, I want to take a moment to congratulate you on choosing the field of commerce, a discipline that offers vast opportunities and possibilities. Your time as a BCom student will be filled with intellectual growth, personal development, and the acquisition of invaluable insights into the workings of modern business landscape. Embrace the new beginnings with open minds, open hearts, and an unwavering commitment to excel. Today, for the inauguration and the orientation of the first semester BCom classes, we have with us the chief guest, Dr. D. Vasudeva Naidu, consultant and former vice president, HR, Carle Infra, the president of inaugural session, Dr. Madhu Veeraraghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor, MLHS, and the Mahe Bengaluru campus, guest of honor, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Deputy Registrar, Mahe Bengaluru campus, and Dr. B.R. Santosh, head of the department. We also have with us the head of the departments of different departments, students, parents, faculty, and staff. Brightness illuminates the mind and eradicates the darkness, and so does the knowledge, which eradicates the ignorance of mind. To mark an auspicious beginning to the ceremony, I request the dignitaries to please light the lamp and occupy the seats on the dais. I request Dr. Santosh, head of the department, to please escort the dignitaries onto the dais, please.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपो ज्योति नमोस्तुते दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा.
May I request a parent and a student to kindly come up on the dais, please? Thank you, sirs. Sri Tonse Madhav Anantapai, a visionary leader with unparalleled passion towards education, left an indelible mark on the education system. Born on April 30th, 1898 in Brahmavara, Udupi, he pursued his education with great determination and diligence. His far-reaching vision and commitment to inclusive growth led to the establishment of world-class educational institutions, healthcare facilities, and financial organizations that has transformed and continues to transform the lives of thousands and lakhs of people. This year marks the 125th birth anniversary of our honorable founder, and let's take a moment here to pay our tributes. I hereby request the dignitaries on the dais to please proceed and offer floral tribute to our honorable founder, Shri TMA Pai. With deep admiration, we offer our gratitude to his unwavering determination and his unparalleled passion towards uplifting people. To invoke God's blessings, I now invite Ms. Harshini, first year BCom, to render invocation song.
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिं वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिम् महादेवसुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटिप्रकाशं शान्तं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटिप्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिं वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिम्
Thank you, Harshini. I would like to take a moment here to especially thank Harshini, because just one message, she's a new student, new joinee, just like most of you here. With one message, she was ready to render the invocation song. Thank you, Harshini. That was a soulful rendition. To formally welcome the dignitaries onto the dais and the students and the parents, I now invite Dr. Santosh, head of the department, to deliver a welcome address.
A very good morning to one and all. Dear students, welcome to Department of Commerce, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Bengaluru. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the students on making it to Mahe, an institute of eminence deemed to be university accredited with NAC A++. A special welcome goes out to all the parents who have placed faith in us and admitted their votes. Let me assure you all that you would not regret taking this decision. I take the privilege of welcoming our chief guest, Dr. Vasudev Naidu, consultant and former Vice President, HR Carley Industries. I request Professor Madhuvir Raghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Mahe Blr campus, to welcome sir by handing over a sapling to our chief guest. I welcome Professor Madhuvir Raghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Management, Law, Humanities and Social Science, Mahe Manipal Campus, and Pro Vice Chancellor, Mahe Bengaluru Campus. I request our Deputy Registrar, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, to welcome sir by handing over a sapling. I also take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Deputy Registrar, Mahe Bengaluru Campus. I request my colleague, Professor Manjunath, to welcome sir by handing over a sapling. I also welcome the university officials and head of the departments of other universities. This is a momentous occasion for all of us, and I would like to thank the admission team and my colleagues for the effort and support to bring the best of you to our department. This is the second batch of BCom students, the batch of 2023-27, and the batch comprises of 39% female students and 61% male students from all over the country and outside country too, with 85% of the students in the age group of 17 to 18 years of age and diversified educational background. Dear students and parents, the department believes in providing transformative learning experiences and career-oriented program. The primary objective of Department of Commerce is that every student at the end of their 4 years should have an offer from their dream company and should have an excellent corporate career. In this direction, we have aptly designed our pedagogy and courses, which are continuously updated through our Board of Studies and Academic Council to ensure that students are in sync with industry requirements. The department is committed to provide education that is grounded in our values and tradition, and at the same time is contemporary and holistic in nature and prepares you for the new business environment of Industry 6.0. The pedagogy that we follow are mix of chalk and talk, case study, simulation, experiential learning opportunity, projects, assignment, internship, guest lecture, technology tool-based teaching like Bloomberg Labs, holistic self-management classes, and so on, from an incredibly talented faculty who will be your guide, collaborators in your exploration of knowledge. Dear students, we believe in holistic education and strongly feel that learning also happens beyond books and classroom. And you may, as you step outside your classroom and labs, not only will you discover a campus that is teeming with activities, student organization, clubs, sports, exhibition, performances, and community service program, you will also find the whole of India at your doorsteps, and you will surely experience an extremely vibrant campus with great learning opportunities. Dear students, I want you to know that entire university community is here to support, sustain, and encourage you as you commit to studying at Department of Commerce, Mahe Bengaluru. We could not be more privileged to welcome you into this vibrant learning community. It is you who make us what we are, and we look forward to the fresh ideas and energy you bring to our campus. I speak for the entire faculty, staff, and student community of our Department of Commerce, Mahe Bengaluru, in saying that we are immensely happy that you have made the right decision to join us. Welcome all of you, and thank you for reposing your faith in us. I welcome all of you once again, and thank you.
Yeah, on behalf of all of us here, Dr. Santosh, I extend a warm welcome to you as well. And now we have a keynote address by our chief guest, Dr. D. Vasudeva Naidu. But before handing over the session to him, I take a few moments to introduce him. Dr. D. Vasudeva Naidu is a qualified trainer with 38 years of professional experience. He has earlier worked as Senior Director, HR, Enarca India, Vice President HR, Carle Infra, Bloom Energy, Strides Arcolab, American Power Conversion, Waters India, and SI Terayoka Limited. is a multifaceted personality with diversified exposure to leadership development, organization development, HR consulting, and management teaching. He has been a keynote speaker in various professional forums and functions. He has delivered trainings across India, Singapore, Philippines, Nigeria, and USA. He is an accredited professional in MBTI, Firobi, Thomas Profiling, performance management, persuasive communicator, managing and leading teams, to name the few. Dr. Vasudeva Naidu has done his PhD from Sri Venkateshwara University, Tirupati, in management on employee retention strategies, holds dual post-graduation, that is MBA in HR and MA in personal management, is an LLB postgraduate diploma in industrial relations and personal management and training and development, and from Indian Society for Training and Development, New Delhi. I once again welcome you, sir, and now it's over to you.
Dr. Madhu Veeraraghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor Mahe, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Deputy Registrar Mahe Bangalore Campus, Dr. B.R. Santosh, HOD Commerce Department, distinguished faculty members, respected parents, my dear students, good morning to one and all present over here. At the outset, let me congratulate each of the students for taking a wonderful decision for joining this elite institution. I am sure you will excel and you will pass out and you will find your passionate career after 4 years. Now, why do I say this? What is the opportunity for commerce stream? All of you are aware, at this point of time, India's GDP roughly about 3 trillion, it is going to touch about 5 to 6 trillion in next 5 years' time. If that is the case, with GST registrations 1+ crore and about 7,000 listed companies, the requirement for commerce professionals is too huge. And this is the only branch where you can diversify into chartered accountancy, you can diversify into Indian cost and works and accounts, you can also branch out into ACS, you can branch out into CFA, you can branch out into investment banking, you can become a banking professional, you can also become an entrepreneur, similar to the lines of like Zerodha and so many stockbroking companies which have come up in the recent past. I am sure there is a huge opportunity for each one of you, provided you grind well here, you work hard, and you prepare yourself for the coming days. Let me quote a real story. There used to be one, Vikram, I am just taking the name, Vikram. He is from a rural village. He was an average student till 10th student, is a live story. After that, he pursued commerce in +2, then he did his BCom and MCom. He came to Bangalore in 2001. He started his career under an auditor for 2,000 rupees. The reason is he worked hard, learned indirect taxation, income tax filing, and right now with the GST filing and all, he is able to make 4 lakhs plus per month. That is the opportunity available for anybody who learns the ropes of the trade by a mere commerce degree holding. That means learning by doing, most important. You must do internship under auditors, under the practical practitioners, where you can pick up the reality of the profession. That means these days, 31st July is the income tax filing last date. Each tax filing, they charge the lowest minimum is like tax buddy or clear tax, etc. Minimum is 1,000 rupees. The complex returns, they charge 5,000 rupees. For companies, they charge 25,000 rupees. For bigger firms, they charge lakhs and lakhs of rupees. The trick of the game is, do you learn the job and are you hands-on the professional? That's the most important. That means a simple individual from a rural background, a first generation graduate who reached Bangalore with 2,000 rupees working as an auditor, by picking up the ropes, learning the tricks of the trade, is able to make 4 lakhs per month. On this day, he is in Bangalore, in Sanjay Nagar area. Okay, this is a real classic example. Like him, 3 or 4 more students have come from his own village. All are doing extremely well. All are doing extremely well. And you can visit the Google and you can also find out for yourself how many tax filing sites are there. Just mere passing of the examinations, mere completing the academic credits may not be sufficient. The only request for each one of the student here is, please focus on academic requirements, complete your academic requirements, try to do internships. There's a 4 years, there are 6 to 8 breaks are there, semester break, 8 months work under 8 different auditors or 8 different companies. Try to pick up the ropes. That is going to decide your success in the years to come. Now, is that all that easy? May not be. Let me share another story. There's Karoli Takas. He used to be a pistol shooter who was preparing in mid-1930s, 1938 precisely, preparing for Olympics. He was the best shooter, Hungarian, best shooter. In 1938, he used to work for an army as a sergeant. Hand grenade explodes in his right hand, with which he was supposed to participate in the national championship. His hand is blown off, he cannot use his right hand, he is hospitalized, he is traumatized, he is totally demotivated. He did not lose his heart. He started preparing with his left hand during the night times. He did not listen to all his colleagues and who were demotivating him. He practiced. In 1939, national champions, to the astonishment of everybody, all the competitors were using the best hand, that is the right hand. He used the left hand, and imagine who won the championship? Karoli Takas. It is Karoli who has won the national championship. He has not lost his heart. He has prepared well. He has preparing for 1940 Olympics. Due to Second World War, 1940 Olympics is postponed. He was preparing for 1944 Olympics. 1944 Olympics also postponed. By the time his age has become 38 years. All his competitors are very young in mid-20s. He is 38 years. He did not lose his heart. He worked hard. He practiced hard. He put his heart and commitment. He has competed in 1948 Olympics. Imagine who has won the gold? It is Karoli who has won the Olympics gold. Again, he did not stop there, and all the shooters competitors with best hand, right hand, they were competing. He was competing with his only hand, that is left hand. He did not stop there. He participated in 52 Olympics. Again, he worked hard. Again, imagine who has won the gold. It is Karoli again. He is the only shooter, pistol shooter, who has won twice Olympics gold by losing right hand in the grenade explosion, by using only left hand. That is the kind of patience, that is the kind of perseverance, and that is the kind of hard work he has put in. He did not lose his heart. The message from this story for each one of you is, please have a goal. What do you want to become? Do you want to become an entrepreneur? Do you want to work as a professional? Do you want to complete chartered accountancy, ICWA, company secretaryship, or do you want to go abroad and pursue management education from the premier institutions? Definitely it is possible, provided you aim for it today. You have to aim much before. That is not after the 4th year. Right now you have to aim. And what you need to do for all that, that's most important. Definitely you will make new friendships here. You will stay in hostel. Some of you will be day scholars. You will be coming from homes. And you must attend all the sessions regularly, so that the continuous, regularly, if you attend all the sessions, certain amount of academic proficiency is assured. Certain amount of academic proficiency is assured. If you complete all the assignments, if you participate in all the debates and group discussions, the case studies and the practical sessions, and attend all the guest lectures, I am sure you will definitely excel in academics. If you do your internships during your vacation times, definitely that internships will give you hands-on training. And the most important is, message to each one of you is, please use mobiles sparingly, restrain yourself, detox your mobiles, and discipline yourself. Do not feel discipline means it is something called military term or anything. Discipline is orderly way of doing things. Just do things as expected, behave yourself in the campus, make new relationships, try to, peer learning is a very, very important, and you will learn much more from your peers. And be humble at all the times. Humbleness is, please guess yourself that you do not know everything. Other person knows little more than you. Then only you will be able to learn from other. If you think you know everything, you are not going to learn anything. Now to conclude, I will also share next 4 years how is it going to be. And what you need to do is, there is a story called Chinese bamboo story, and this is a story I am just reciting. There was a sage in Chinese. He planted both the trees. One is a fern tree and a bamboo tree. Fern tree used to grow very fast, and it used to grow inches and feet very fast, and bamboo tree did not grow for the first 4 years. He was watering, seeding, and doing the same kind of fertilization and everything, but the bamboo tree did not show any kinds of growth for the first 4 years. And after the 4th year, the bamboo tree started growing feet-wise, and it has grown 60 feet within the 4th year. That means to say the moral of the message is, from that story is, next 4 years are going to be tough for you. Definitely you have to toil yourself, you have to work hard, and you have to learn. After 4 years, definitely when you have your placement order in your hand from an MNC, or you have an admission from your overseas college, maybe it could be US, UK, or Canada, or Australia, it is definitely for parents to cherish, and your neighbors also will appreciate and congratulate you. That is the day which you have to prepare right from day one onwards. That's the most important. Is it easy? Answer is no. Is it difficult? Absolutely not. I am standing in front of you. I come from a very, very humble beginnings, humble village. Definitely, I was working for central government in the initial years. The increment rates used to be very low in the central government in mid-80s. And I used to be demotivated with this salary. How am I going to feed my family and live together? And I met one of the motivator, one of the gentlemen. He told, sunlight is free, books are available, library is available, why don't you read? I started reading after marriage, did couple of masters, a PhD and an LLB, and I rose in the corporate ladder, and I settled down well for myself and educated my children well, both passed out from premier institutes. Right in front of you, I am standing. Absolutely, I was not aware what is ABCD till 6th standard. I was not knowing how to converse in English, and I was not at all knowing how to design my career, how to build my career, absolutely, until I met the gentleman that sunlight is free, books are available, please read yourself. Wonderful campus, wonderful library, wonderful faculty are available, distinguished professors are available. Plenty of your peer colleagues are there, peer students, they will know much more. And you have peers among the cross-functionals like design team, there is an engineering college. Please participate, discussion, do debates, discussions, enrich yourself and do well. My best wishes to each one of you and congratulations. I request each of the student to applaud himself by clapping yourself. Thank you, gentlemen. Wish you all the best. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that high energetic speech. And upskilling is all that you guys are required to do is the theme of sir's talk. And thank you very much, sir. Yeah, now we have our guest of honor, Dr. P. Raghavendra Prabhu, Deputy Registrar, who is a man of few words. I hereby request you, sir, to address the gathering, but before that, I'd like to take the privilege of presenting your brief profile. Hailing from Parkala near Manipal, Dr. Raghavendra obtained his graduation and post-graduation degree in mechanical engineering in the year 2001 and 2003, respectively, from Manipal Institute of Technology, Manipal. He started his career as a production engineer at Manipal Technologies Limited in the year 2003 and joined Manipal MIT as a faculty member in the year 2005. Dr. Raghavendra obtained his PhD from Mahe Manipal in the area of manufacturing engineering in the year 2014. His teaching and research efforts are focused in the area of manufacturing, process optimization, and issues related to design and manufacturing. He has over 18 years of experience in teaching, research, and administration. Before he took over as the Deputy Registrar of Mahe Bengaluru in August 2022, Dr. Raghavendra served as the Deputy Registrar Administration at Mahe Manipal for about 2 years. Since 2005, he has served the organization in various capacities. Dr. Raghavendra has served MIT Manipal as the Assistant Director Academics from 2015 to 19. He was key member of the team instrumental in implementation of the Student Lifecycle Management System at MIT Manipal. He was one of the members of the team constituted by Mahe for preparation and application for Institution of Eminence, and he was the nodal officer of Mahe for Institution of Eminence. Apart from teaching and research, he has served as faculty advisor and sports advisor of various student clubs at MIT. Dr. Raghavendra has published and presented several research articles in reputed national and international journals and conferences. With his passion in teaching and commitment to research, he has been awarded with the Best Teacher Award in Mechanical Engineering stream in 2012 and has received Best Paper Awards at various forums. He is a life member of Indian Society of Technical Education. Dr. Raghavendra is a good sports person with special interest in cricket, football, badminton, and athletics. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion, and over to you, sir.
The chief guest of today's function, Dr. D. Vasudeva Naidu, a consultant and former Vice President, HR, Carle Infra. The guest of honor, Professor Dr. Madhuvira Raghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Mahe Blr campus, Dr. Santosh BR, the head, Department of Commerce, Mahe Bengaluru, the faculty, staff members, and most importantly, the class of 2023 undergraduate students of Department of Commerce, Mahe Bengaluru. A very good morning to all of you, and a very cordial and hearty welcome to the portals of Mahe Bengaluru. So before I share a few words, I would like to convey my heartiest congratulations to all the new budding students of your well-deserved admission to the program of your choice. You are all embarking on a new journey, a journey that is bound to shape the course of your lives. At the Department of Commerce, Bengaluru, we are sure that your dreams of self-exploration, your aspirations to become independent and mature individuals, and your quest for knowledge and find ways to materialize into reality. For the next few years, you will be surrounded by countless opportunities for leadership and personal growth. As you're all aware, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Mahe, is one of the largest multidisciplinary universities in India with multiple campuses in India and overseas, and prides itself in providing the highest quality of education and unparalleled student experience. So Mahe enjoys a very high ranking in national and international ranking agencies and has the rare distinction of being the institution of eminence, a status accorded by Ministry of Education, Government of India in 2020. It also enjoys the distinction of being ranked 6th in the university category of NIRF, and since the inception of NIRF, Mahe has been ranked in the top 10 universities consecutively over the last 10 years. And the last year, Mahe was also accredited by NAC with the highest grade of A++. It is rare to find an institution which is an institution of eminence, which is ranked in the top 10 in the country and also holds the highest accreditation status as per the NAC. The faculty of the Department of Commerce who will be guiding and facilitating you over the next 4 years are exceptionally qualified and have been handpicked. Mahe enjoys a great international academic and research collaborations with more than 250 international entities. The distinctive feature of Department of Commerce, which differentiates from other colleges, is the residential campus environment, providing an ambience for holistic development, the diversity of the campus, both in terms of student population and faculty distribution, its cross-cultural ambience, and it is the right place to look for a bright future for all of you. Now, having been on a campus of this nature, where you will be along with the shoulders of the students of other disciplines, especially engineering, law, humanities and social sciences, management, art, design and technology, and many other disciplines. It will be an opportunity for you to have a great interdisciplinary interaction, both in terms of your learning and also in terms of your future plans. It will shape your character into a holistic environment, holistic development of a student as a human being. Life on the campus is colorful. There are many activities that you can be part of. And I do wish that each one of you find your part in some of them. We do not want you just to be gathering information from here, but we want you to build character, learn discipline, develop compassion, and above all, understand the meaning of life. But activities should not become distractions. Always keep things in perspective. What is important should never be marginalized. Therefore, keep your goals in front of you always. Each day, measure the steps that you have taken towards achieving your goals. Then you will find the success waiting at your doorstep. So be assured that the entire university community is here to support, sustain, and encourage you as you commit to study at Mahe Bengaluru. It is a pleasure to welcome you to this vibrant learning community. It is you who make us what we are, and we look forward to the fresh ideas and energy you bring to our campus. I once again heartily welcome each one of you and wish you that you find the best time of your life during the course of study here at Mahe Bengaluru. So once again, congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that inspiring and insightful talk. Dr. Madhu Veeraraghavan, the president of this program, is Pro Vice Chancellor, Management, Law, Humanities and Social Sciences, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, and also the Pro Vice Chancellor of Mahe Bengaluru campus. Before inviting sir to deliver the presidential address, I take the honor of introducing sir to the gathering. Professor Madhu Veeraraghavan, as I already said, is the Pro Vice Chancellor of MLHS, that is Management, Law, Humanities and Social Sciences, Mahe, and the Pro Vice Chancellor of Mahe Bengaluru campus. Sir also holds the position of T.A. Pai Chair Professor of Finance at TAPME and Dr. T.M.A. Pai Endowment Chair in Management Research. Professor Veeraraghavan holds an MBA in Finance and Investments and a PhD in Finance. With over 20 years of experience in world-class business schools, he believes that business schools should work for outcomes that support the mission of the school. Professor Veeraraghavan's research interests are in the areas of corporate finance, behavioral finance, and the interplay between auditing and finance. He is a referee for several leading accounting and finance journals. Professor Veeraraghavan has published over 50 papers in international journals and has presented his work in top conferences in finance and accounting. His work has appeared in elite journals such as the Accounting Review, Journal of Financial Economics, Contemporary Accounting Research, Journal of Financial and Quantitative Analysis, Journal of Corporate Finance, to name a few. A journal is also revising manuscripts for Management Sciences, Journal of Corporate Finance, Journal of Banking and Finance, and the Journal of Empirical Finance. Professor Veeraraghavan has obtained research funding of over Australian dollar 5 lakh from the Australian Research Council Discovery Grant Scheme and the Australian Research Council Linkage Grant Scheme. Professor Veeraraghavan has won many awards for his work in both international and national conferences. Recently has been ranked 180 in the world in Brigham University 2022 Accounting Research Rankings for his contributions for accounting research. He is also a recipient of AICTE-sponsored Dr. Preetham Singh Best Teacher Award, awarded by the Honorable Minister of Education, Government of India. The Social Science Research Network, that's SSRN, has announced that Professor Veeraraghavan is ranked in the top 10 percentile of the authors across the world. Professor Veeraraghavan is a trustee at Mitras Foundation, an NGO that provides free skill development courses to participants from rural backgrounds with the sole aim of empowering young lives. With this short profile of yours, I invite you to the presidential address, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Shailaja, for a long introduction, and to Santosh for taking you through the DOC activities. First of all, I would like to join the chief guest, the guest of honor, Santosh, the head of department, in congratulating all of you for making it to Mahe Bangalore and for choosing the degree of your choice. So could we give you a very big round of applause? That is never enough, right? So I thought I will, it's one of the things you do in this capacity as the presidential role of a function, as a PVC, is you don't get to talk about the very specific operational aspects, like what Santosh would do, right? Because that's the head of department's role, and they do that. So I will have to give you a very general spiel, which you may have heard several times, but there is nothing I can do about it. I can make it a little bit more interesting. That's all I can do, right? Okay, so you're in a very large campus, approximately 120 acres. You would have seen a lot of new buildings coming up. If you take a walk around the campus, fabulous food court, student center, there's a 200,000 square foot gymnasium that's coming up. All those activities are happening. So by the time the year ends, that is this year ends, and we have January 2024, bulk of those buildings will be ready. There's a new hostel coming up in the campus. So phenomenal amount of work is happening. New library, 40,000 square feet library with state-of-the-art furniture and so on and so forth. So my hope is that you will be able to enjoy all of that the next 3-4 years and also learn a lot, as the chief guest also mentioned in his remarks about library and books and so on. So I broke my talk today, an introductory talk today, into 2 parts. First, I thought I'll talk to you about a little bit of world history, which I drafted some time ago for sort of similar orientation events. And the second part of the talk would be about a personal sort of history, and hopefully you're able to connect and understand, why we are doing what we are doing. So I begin by firstly welcoming all of you to Mahe Blr, a beautiful campus, a beautiful city. If you're coming from outside Karnataka state, then I'm sure experiencing good rains here, as you are probably in other parts of the country as well. Right? So welcome to university. And also, it is a very important moment in your life because you've just left your high school and you're beginning your university life. And it's a very, very special moment. It is a very, very special moment for all of us. I've been through it. All of the gentlemen here have been through it. And many of you in this room, your parents, everybody's also gone through it. So it's a very special moment. So that cannot be taken away from you. I also wanted to actually tell you that you must also thank Mahe. Thank your stars, because you've also made it to a top school, right? It isn't easy to make it to Mahe because you've gone through the admission process, the interviews, the exams, all of that stuff. So fantastic, well done. So that's done. Now you are in this room, in this auditorium, which means your life actually begins right away, right this minute. So in this talk, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. See, institutions and great business schools, great universities like Mahe, we have a culture. And this culture is important because at events like these, we try to show you what our culture is, and we try to learn from you what your culture is. And the reason is, you come from different states. Santosh mentioned about how many of you come from different states in this country. You have different languages you speak, you have different food habits. Everything is different. Now, obviously, those are important things because you come from different families, and therefore, the institutional culture that we have and the culture that you bring, we have to sort of learn to assimilate, right? And it is only when you know what our culture is and we know what your culture is, you will understand what we teach, you will learn what we teach, and we'll also learn from you. Therefore, that's a very important thing. And Mahe has some very interesting culture I want to talk to you. But before I do that, I want you to step back a little bit and perhaps go for a few minutes to your schooling life. And if you remember anything you've read in your year 12 or year 11, and you've taken history, and you've read something about world history, and if you have read about world history, and I don't know how many of you have read French Revolution, and I like this because when I was drafting this note for orientation for Mahe, I was thinking about how would I draw a parallel between French Revolution and the values that we are going to talk about today. So those of you remember something, you will think about three very important principles, enduring principles, which is liberty, equality, and fraternity. That's what the French Revolution actually did, and that was the real issue about the revolution. Okay, so if you know those three words, that is, I'm talking about liberty, equality, and fraternity, let's try and sort of juxtapose and think about how we'll be able to bring it into Mahe's principles and Mahe's value system. So, currently, the French are in what we call the Fifth Republic since 1958, and I'll talk about those republics also in a moment, okay? So at Mahe too, we have some very enduring principles. Let's take about liberty. Liberty means what? You want to have much more freedom, isn't it? You've had absolutely no freedom at school. Your teachers have basically told you what to do, what to write, how to write, where to sit, when to stand. And perhaps your parents have also done that to some extent. We won't be doing that to you here. We are not going to tell you what to do. I'm assuming that you know what to do. So there is a lot more liberty than what you've experienced in your life so far. But that's not done yet, right? We also have equality, which means all of you in this room are equals. We are not going to give you any special treatment. Everybody is an equal. But that does not mean all of you will get the same grades. You've got to work for your grades. Somebody may have an A+, somebody may have a straight 4 out of 4 CGPA, somebody may have 2, somebody may have 3. That you got to work. There I cannot be equal. There Mahe will have no equality. Okay? So that is a differentiation. On all other aspects, we are going to be very, very equal with you. And then we have what I call fraternity, which is that we will ensure that we will give you every bit of support, and I think Raghavendra also mentioned welcoming you to Mahe, all possible efforts in ensuring that you're very, very proud that you are an alumnus at some point when you graduate. Be very proud of this place. And that is something we are promising you, that you will have a great experience in Mahe. Which means that I use the word fraternity, it's a gender neutral word, it's not men, women. I can use brotherhood, brotherhood also means sisterhood. So we will do everything in our power to make you proud you studied here And that I'm promising you today. My hope, as with Raghvendra and Santosh and the chief guest, also spoke about relationships. We hope that you're going to make very lasting relationships, partnerships, networking, and generally what happens in these 3-4 years, you'll also find your soulmate. Most times, you'll find your life partners also. That is also a possibility. And sometimes I tell when I do this talk at TAPME Manipal, invariably in TAPME Manipal, which is, you heard of TAPME Manipal? Yeah? So one of the top business schools in the country. And generally what happens in a class of 360, we take 360 students in the MBA program, I would say that 100 of them would have found their life partners then and there. So we also provide that service sometimes, in addition to giving you great MBA programs. I'm not saying we're doing that here, but you got to figure it out yourselves. Okay, so in addition to those 3 words, I spoke about liberty, equality, fraternity. It is something called as responsibility, which I did not speak, and I'm going to talk about that now. So there is a lot of responsibility that you have. You have to be very careful about the sort of behavior you exhibit. You have to be careful about what you do, what you don't. Your parents are not going to be here. We are not your parents. Let me say we are not your parents. We are only colleagues, professors. We are not going to be doing parental duties, which means you have to be responsible for your own life. See, there is no point in us, particularly I don't believe, in treating you as kids, because if you're going to be electing the Prime Minister of India and the government of India, and you have your own driver's license, then you cannot possibly be a kid, right? Because you're choosing the government of the day, which means you are an adult. Therefore, I have no business encroaching in your personal lives. None of us will do it. None of us will tell you what to wear, what to eat, when to eat. You're responsible. So there is an element of responsibility. But the responsibility also translates a little bit more that I will talk to you maybe right at the end. Now let me talk about it. This is world history, where I was sort of comparing or contrasting French Revolution to Mahe principles. Let me talk a little bit about your own personal history. All of us have gone through the stage. So I spoke about the French. They have 5 republics. Since the revolution, they're in the 5th republic, 1958 onwards. And of course, they could change that. The longest could be now, but they could still change into the 6th republic in some point in time. So let me take the word republic and apply that to your own lives. So you also have a series of republics in your life. Your first republic was a childhood republic when you were babies. All of us have gone through that stage. Then you are a student republic, that is until you finish your year 12. Now you are in the adult republic, the 3rd republic, which is adult republic. And you're going to learn intensely, you're going to vote for the government of India, you have more rights, you have more liberty, all of that stuff. The 4th republic is about your personal economics. How much you're going to earn, where you're going to spend, how you're going to create your life. That's your 4th republic. And the 5th republic is about your contributions to your family, your parents, your society. Now, let me think about the word responsibility. Of all these 5 republics, you were least responsible when you were a child. All of us were, right? I mean, we depended on our parents to give us food, clothes, bathe, all that stuff. We had no responsibility. I think many of us were not even responsible until we got to year 12. Right? Even then, parents were doing things. Have you had breakfast? You're studying and your parents are feeding you with a spoon and you're in year 12. Right? All those things have also happened. They washed your clothes. They did all that stuff. So perhaps we were not very responsible then. Then we decided, oh, we are now an adult. So we have to be a little bit more responsible now. And because we're electing the government, we are getting our own license, we are driving on the roads, and we have to be careful. So the responsibility will only increase as you go through your life. And when you come to this final sort of, you complete your program and you start to work, you will realize that how much of responsibility increases. You don't want to be doing wrong things. You have to be ethical. You don't want to be a hindrance to society, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to give you a gyan today on what you should and what you shouldn't do. I'm going to simply use the word responsibility to help you understand that we are all responsible citizens. Fine. So the objective, why are you here? And again, I go back to Chief Justice, very sort of energetic talk about how he began his life and how he completed his degrees even after post-wedding, right? So the objective you're here is you have chosen a course, and rightfully you have got the course that you wanted, and therefore you must now deploy every resource that you have in your hand to be able to complete this program and come out with flying colors. So there is no doubt. See, today in a university setting, we are not all about teaching. Let me tell you, Mahe Blr is not going to shove content down your throat. We don't believe in it. We are going to tell you what you need to do. We are going to give you the the curriculum, and then we're going to let you take responsibility for your own learning. But that means that because you're staying inside the campus, you have a lot of opportunities. You could be part of a cricket team, part of a basketball team, badminton team, you could be part of 26 different clubs. All of that is available to you. But at no cost would I tell you to let your academic credentials suffer because you want to do other things. That's the responsibility. You need to balance it. Okay, how much time do I have? Would I have enough time to watch a movie, then go out with my girlfriend for a dinner, then come back and study for tomorrow? Can I do that? If you can do it, be my guest. None of us are going to tell you how much to do, when to do, what to do, why to do. That's the responsibility that you have to take. And I will also request the parents here. I'm a parent to 2 boys. I'll also request the parents here to allow these young men and women to understand and discover their lives. Please don't worry about them. They are very capable, they're extremely competent, and they know how to handle their lives. Much better than what you can actually imagine. So I would appreciate if you would give them the trust, and we should not micromanage their lives. We certainly will not do that in Mahe Blr. Now, what I want you to do is explore your campus. When I mean explore your campus, I want you to go spend time, look at the gym, not just look at the gym, go and do something. Maybe pick up some running or treadmill stuff that you want to do, pick up a sport. We have a beautiful campus. There's a lovely running track. I run sometimes here. I enjoy doing that kind of stuff. And it keeps you really mentally fresh, right? If you exercise every single day, you feel very good. And every day I want you to think about 15 minutes of your time. Think about, what is my day's routine going to be? That doesn't mean you sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and get up at 9 o'clock, don't brush your teeth, come to the class. Not good. That is something that people don't appreciate. You got to eat well, you got to sleep well, drink lots of water. By fluid, I mean water, not liquor. So you have to do all of that stuff. And then really, really be charged when you come to classes. Enjoy the experience. And then go to the gym, work out. So that's important for you, your personal growth. And then ask yourself, what do I need to do today to have a better version of myself? Everybody continues to learn. All of us continue to learn. We don't stop learning, right? We need to think about, I've done something today. Today, what is my plan? So I ask myself each day when I get up, okay, today, what is it I'm going to do? What new would I learn today? And trust me, guys, before the night ends, believe me, I'm not joking, there hasn't been a day where I haven't learned something new, including this morning. I looked at a very small Instagram reel. It was a 90-second reel on something that I cannot disclose, something good, okay? And that 90-second video taught me something about myself, something that I was not aware about myself. And I've already learned something new for the day. And I will continue to learn, but exactly 90 seconds. And those 90 seconds basically told me what I need to do to know more about myself. It was a general message, but that's the thing. That's enough. You don't need to take a book and read 2,000 pages. Very short messages can actually tell you something for the day. So that's something I would like you to do. Now I'm going to conclude. Before I conclude, I want you to tell me, what does Mahe stand for? What is the expanded version of Mahe? Manipal Academy of? Yeah, we also have one more thing. May all be happy everywhere. Huh? So we want you to be happy. We want you to work hard. We want you to have a great career. We want you to enjoy. Most importantly, these 3-4 years will never come back to you in your lifetime. Trust me, you will repent it if you don't enjoy. This is an excellent time to learn more about you. It is an excellent time to think about who you want to be. It's an excellent time to do a little bit of introspection. Say, this is what I thought I am, but actually I'm not this. I think I need to do more work here. So all of that stuff you have to experience. And we will leave nothing to chance as a university to providing you with absolutely world-class faculty, resources, library, systems in place. The campus is going to be absolutely stunning in 6-8 months. You'll just see all those things being completed. There's a 5,000-seater sort of outside auditorium where you can do jamming. You can play Coldplay, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, whatever you want to do, you can do. Right? All the stuff is available for you to enjoy. So don't just be a bookworm. There is no point in you getting a straight 10 out of 10. It doesn't make much difference. Today's companies don't want just academic excellence. They also want to know, are you multi-talented? Can you do multiple things? Are you multitasker? Can you take challenges? Are you creative? Do you have analytical thinking? Can you problem solve? Can you work independently? Can you work as a team? Jobs don't come to you so easily. Okay, so enjoy, most importantly, enjoy. And I use the word enjoy regularly because an Indian schooling system does not let us enjoy. Therefore, you have to study, 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 cram, cram, cram. There isn't cramming to be done here. There is to be learning to be done, and learning has got to be fun. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir started with when Sir started with French Revolution. I'm sure everybody started. What is this French Revolution talk that's going to start, right? From French Revolution, Sir ended with "May all be happy everywhere," and that's exactly what we all believe in. And thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful speech. And as we reach the last leg of the inaugural session, it's time to offer our gratitude to all those who made this program possible, and to deliver the vote of thanks, I invite my colleague, Dr. Vishweshwar Shastri.
Good morning, one and all present here. In fact, listening to sir, I just forgot that I have to deliver a vote of thanks. So that's how it will be, that energetic speech always. So it gives me immense pleasure and honor to deliver a vote of thanks on this auspicious day. Firstly, I take this opportunity to thank our today's chief guest, Dr. Vasudeva Naidu sir, who has accepted our invitation to be part of this event and enlightening our students and helping the students to know how skill is important and how to take that skills in your 3 years or 4 years of your journey. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and being part of this event. Thank you, sir. And I request our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Madhuvir Raghavan, sir, to hand over a memento as a token of our gratitude. Thank you, sir. Secondly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Madhuvir Raghavan, sir, who always supports us in whatever events that we take in, and who also supports us in everything that we undertake, and enlightening us students how you should be on campus and how you should enjoy and learn, relearn. Enjoy and learn is absolutely a wonderful concept. So thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful speech and enlightening us students. Thank you, sir. And I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to our Deputy Registrar, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, sir, who have been helping us, constantly from beginning till end in making this event successful, from providing whatever we ask. Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful speech and supporting us. And it gives me an immense pleasure to thank our head of the department, who have pioneered the entire team in making this event a grand success, who have been motivational all the time. Thank you, Dr. Santosh, sir, for all the support. And next, I would like to thank the entire Department of Commerce staff, who have been played different roles from past few days in making this event lively and come true seriously. Thank you so much, all the friends. And I also thank my third semester students for actively participating and helping and wanted to know the new students, right? And also I would like to thank Harshini, the first year student also who took this responsibility. Thank you, Harshini, too. And I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the supporting staff, IT team, facility, transport, and everybody who have supported us directly and indirectly in making this event successful. Thank you all. And parents who have believed in us and coming all the way from different places, believing in us and having faith in us. Thank you so much for being part of this event. Definitely, your child will grow here. Thank you so much, parents. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the incoming students for having faith in us and reposing your faith with us. Definitely, you're going to have a wonderful stay with us. So thank you so much for making this event a grand success. Thank you all once again.
I request the gathering to please rise for national anthem. As the dignitaries leave, I request all the parents and students to kindly assemble quickly back in next 10 minutes time because we have the orientation schedule. And tea is arranged just outside the door here. And I request you all to kindly have refreshments and come back. Thank you. Please stick to, by a max of 11:45, I request everybody to kindly assemble back, please. Thank you.
ವಿನೋದ್ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಫ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್. Your PPT is this is
Welcome back once again. We'll just give us just one last minute. We'll start in a minute's time. I request the parents who are outside and the students to kindly. Yeah. Now that in the morning session, that is in the inaugural session, there was a brief introduction about Mahe Bengaluru campus as well as Manipal Academy of Higher Education. So now it's all about the operational things here. So now first we'll start with the introduction to the Department of Commerce, followed by various other operational departments like hostel, miles, which is one of the program. And then we have an introduction to the library and sports and examination sections. So now the first orientation, I request the students to kindly pay attention when the program is happening. And yeah, so I now invite Dr. Santosh, head of the department, to kindly orient the students and the gathering about the Department of Commerce.
Just 2 minutes, the parents and students are just coming in. Okay, good morning. So I'm Dr. Santosh, as you know by now, and I'll be taking you through the department regulations and a few other things about the department. So welcome once again to the Department of Commerce Orientation 23-27 batch. So what you see here is the campus. Slides. One second, just a second. Praveen sir. Right, welcome to the orientation program of Department of Commerce. So what you see here is a beautiful campus. You see there the academic block, the hostel and the sports area. Moving on, the strength lies in differences, not in similarities. And for me, for the Department of Commerce, the strength lies in my faculty. So let me very quickly introduce you to our faculty here at the Department of Commerce. So I'm Dr. Santosh, and my colleagues are Dr. Shailaja, Her area of expertise is finance, banking, and general management. Then we have Dr. Guru Prasad. His area of expertise is finance and accounts. Then Vishweshwar Shastri, his area of expertise is finance and analytics. Then we have Professor Manjunath. His area of expertise is economics and marketing. Then we have Professor Sai Praveen. His area of expertise is analytics and finance. Then we have faculty, visiting faculty, that is professors of practice, Professor Nayak from finance and accounts. He's a practicing chartered accountant. Then we have Professor Tyagarajan. He's again finance and accounts background. And Dr. Neeraja, her area of expertise is English and communication. So this is the faculty list. Moving on to a very important slide here. I'm taking you through the vision of the Department of Commerce, vision for 2027. Why 2027 is because by then we will have completed 5 years since inception, and you students would be in your 4th year. So both of it culminates there. So the vision of the institute is to be an institute of academic excellence with total commitment to quality education in the field of commerce, while also imparting skills required for integrating into society and acting as change agents. Now, how do we achieve our vision? We will achieve our vision through imparting holistic education using state-of-art technology and infrastructure, leading to a grasp over epitome of commerce, faculty and student research that impacts domain knowledge and practice, providing training, consultation, expertise for community development. So this speaks about our roadmap and what we will be achieving in the next 4 to 5 years down the line. Now, let me give you 10 different reasons why you should be part of Department of Commerce, Mahe Blr. So, first of all, we follow the 21st century curricula, which is integrated with ACCA. I'll speak about ACCA integration later on. Then we have an excellent faculty. The average experience of our faculty is 14 years, average experience. And as you saw there, majority of them are doctorates or they are from the industry. Then we are a very bold department and student-centric department, and we engage with corporate to the maximum in the form of guest lectures from the industry people and in the form of internships and industrial visits. So our corporate engagement is to the maximum extent. Then we are a very inclusive department with great career opportunities, both in India as well as abroad. And we train our students to think global but act local. And ability to lead especially during crisis time. So we ensure that you are well trained in this 4 years and you develop the leadership qualities so that you can lead a team and especially lead a team during crisis. Then entrepreneurial spirit. Through our MILES program, so you will be coming across the orientation of MILES program in a short while. So through our MILES program, we develop or we inculcate the spirit of entrepreneurship amongst the students. So these are the 10 reasons why you should be studying at Department of Commerce. Now moving on, graduate attributes. So this is something which we expect you to develop over a period of time, and you should be having these attributes when you pass out from the department. Now, The graduate attributes, what we expect is global citizenship and cultural awareness, professionalism, ethics and values. So as PVC sir was speaking, you need to be responsible, not coming into news for wrong reasons, all right? And socially responsible, service to community. So we have something called as Voluntary Service Organization, VSO, at the university level and at the department level, which is managed by Professor Manjunath. So you can take part in lot of community development, then lifelong learning, technology literacy, initiative and problem solving skills, and leadership. So these are some of the graduate attributes which we expect from you. Moving on to the program, what we offer. So we offer Bachelor of Commerce, honors degree, and Masters of Commerce specialization in finance and accounts. Now, at the bachelor level, we give 3 specializations, that is business analytics, banking and finance, and corporate accounting. And all these programs are integrated with ACCA, that is Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. Now, most of you might be aware, ACCA is a global certification given by the UK government, and there are 13 papers to clear to get this ACCA certification. And we have, since our BCom program is integrated with ACCA, our students will get 9 paper exemption out of the 13 papers. 9 paper exemption meaning you have to clear the university exam, and if you clear the university exam, it is as good as clearing the ACCA papers. And for the remaining 4 papers, we shall be providing you the necessary assistance in the form of teaching and the course material. The students have to take up the exam directly with the ACCA board. Our collaboration also happens with Institute of Analytics. So students who are specializing in business analytics area can opt for IOA specialization, IOA integration also. Then along with it, we provide lot of certification courses given by BSc and NSC. And we also provide assistance for students who want to do chartered accountancy. And we have integration with Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry as part of our corporate relationship. Moving on to the broad program structure. So we follow the NEP policy, and in the year 1, we have the foundation courses, core courses as we call them. Year 2 and 3, it is more of a discipline-specific core and discipline-specific elective courses and specialization. So let me tell you here that whatever specialization we give, it starts from year semester 4. All right. So at the end of semester 3, the students have to make a choice what specialization they want to study. So basically the first 3 semesters are the foundation core papers. You'll be studying about all the core papers like foundations of business analytics. You study accounts, finance, economics, likewise. So then you get to know the different subjects. Then you can make an informed decision in consultation with your parents, friends, and other peer group members and with faculty. You can take an informed decision and take a decision as to which specialization you want to take. That is at the end of 3rd semester. So from 4th semester onwards, you start studying your specialization papers. Then honors track, that is in the 4th year, and it is only by invitation. Honors degree is not given to all. So we expect a minimum CGPA of 7.5 in your first 5 semesters, an average of 7.5 in the first 5 semesters. Only then the student is eligible to go to the honors track. So as I told, it's only by invitation. Moving on to the credit structure, we have 120 credits for getting the BCom degree, and to get the BCom honors degree, we have 160 credits. So BCom honors is 4 years program, and there is an exit option at the end of 3 years. So very quickly, I'll tell you who will be taking what in the first semester. Financial accounting will be taken by Professor Nayak. Business and technology will be taken by Tyagaraj. Management and behavioral process will be taken up by me and Dr. Shailaja. Principles of microeconomics will be handled by Professor Manjunath. Business communication by Dr. Neeraja. Indian Constitution by Professor Sai Praveen, Dr. Guru Prasad Desai, and Dr. Vishweshwar Shastri. And what you see there is the credits. So for a 2-credit course, basically for 1 credit, we'll have 15 hours of lecture. So if it is 4 credit, we'll have a 60-hour lecture in a semester. For 3 credits, you'll have 45. For 2 credits, you will have 30 hours lecture. All right? And for a 2-credit course, students will not have to write the end semester exam. It's only the internal assessment. Anything more than 2, 3, and 4, you will have the end semester exam as well as the internal assessment. All right, sounds good. Can we move on? Okay. Then this is a subject list, so a very innovative subject list, and we have business analytics there, financial analytics, big data and AI application. Then what I want you to look into is the last 3, that is we offer foreign language, we offer an open elective course, and what's an open elective course is basically a student has a choice to do any one course from our constituent departments of Mahe Blr. So for example, if a student is interested in, say, film and photography, all right, so he or she can do that particular course with our constituent unit, Shrushti Manipal Institute. Likewise, if somebody is interested in, say, machine learning, they can go to our MIT and then learn machine learning. So that's a innovative concept, an open elective concept. So you can also pursue your interest area there. Then Coursera, so we give individual licenses to all our students, all right? And there are more than 3,000 plus courses which is on offer, and you just have to use your Manipal email ID, and you get an access to all those 3,000 plus courses. And during that is for the second, that is for the senior batch, the second year batch students. They have gone through a few of the courses like driving business towards sustainable development goals offered by Columbia University, model thinking offered by University of Michigan, then Power BI offered by Skill Nation. So like that, you can make a choice. So this Coursera certification, we have made it mandatory. That is at the end of your semester, every semester, you have to do at least a minimum of 2 Coursera certifications, all right? And also during the semester, each course will have an assessment wherein one of the assessment parameters will be the Coursera certification which you have to do, all right? So during the semester and also during the break time, you will have to do this Coursera certifications, all right? Moving on. Academic term, coming to the academic term, so it's a 15-week duration with continuous and comprehensive assessment. And student need to pre-register for elective courses with the department for the next semester as notified in the academic calendar. So we have already shared the academic calendar in your welcome kit. So accordingly, you will have to pre-register for your courses when you move to the next semester. Then medium of instruction, of course, is only in English and no other language. And the academic term for the odd semester is July to December, all right? And even semester, January to May. So you won't have too much of break in your odd semester vacation. Maximum you will have about 10 days time. Then immediately we'll start our even semester. And once the even semester is completed, you will have about 40 days break after your even semester. All right? So you can plan your trips and other things during even semester. Okay, sounds good. Shall we move on? Now, this is continuous assessment for grading patterns. So we have this formative assessment, continuous internal assessment of 50%, and summative assessment, end-term examination for 50%. Okay, equal weightage. So what do we do in our internal assessment? So a lot of things, as I also mentioned in my welcome address. So we do a lot of case studies, quiz, debate, presentations, reading, articles, everything we do. And field work, internship, everything is covered there. And then you have this end-term examination, which is done in the week 16. Okay, immediately after 15 weeks, 16th week is where you will have your end-term examination. All right. Moving on, this is something very, very important. Students, please pay attention. So academic regulations, attendance, most of you face problem here, and there is absolutely zero tolerance here. And what we follow here is 75% attendance, which is very, very strictly followed, mandatory. All right, a student with less than 75% attendance in any individual course shall not be permitted to write the end semester exam. Okay, VC sir was saying enjoyment, okay, but not at the cost of academics. Okay, so you need to enjoy, no doubt, but not at the cost of academics. So that you need to keep in mind. So you need to balance both your academics as well as enjoying the campus life. So 75% attendance is something mandatory. Okay, and grading, how do you do? So a student who earns a minimum of 5 grade point is in a course or a subject is declared to have successfully completed the course and deemed to have earned the credits assigned to that course. A course successfully completed cannot be repeated. Okay, so you cannot repeat a course which you have successfully completed, meaning if you are expecting more grade and if you have scored less but you have cleared, you cannot repeat that course. To be eligible for promotion for third semester, a student should have earned a minimum of 24 credits at the end of second semester. Okay, so first 2 semesters, total there 40 credits are there. First semester 20 credits, second semester 20 credits. So put together, a student should have earned 24 credits to move to the second year. Then to be eligible for promotion to the 5th semester, a student should have earned a minimum of 48 credits at the end of 4th semester. Okay, and very important, a BCom honors program semester 7 is by invitation only. The invitation will be offered to students with a minimum CGPA of 7.5 and above by the end of semester 5. Clear? Okay, you get all this in your handbook also, the handbook which you have already shared, the digital copy we have already shared. So please read through the handbook. I'm not going into the details, too much of details because of lack of time. So please read through the handbook which is shared to you. And I also request the parents to take a copy of that and read through the handbook given to you. The handbook will have all the academic regulations, do's and don'ts, and everything required for passing the course there, completely mentioned in the handbook. Okay. Then eligibility for award of degree at the end of semester 6, a student must have an overall minimum CGPA of 5 across all 3 semesters, across all 3 years to be awarded BCom degree. At the end of semester 8, a student must have a minimum CGPA of 6 in honors year separately and an overall minimum CGPA of 6.75 across 4 years to be awarded BCom honors degree. And of course, no dues to the department, no case of disciplinary action, and we don't give any ranks. Okay, so in credit system, class or rank is not awarded. So to speak more about examination and to orient you towards examination, we have Professor Kenot. He'll be joining us and he will orient you more about the examination. All right? Then what are the opportunities? Okay, why should you be studying at Mahe Blr, and why should you be studying at Department of Commerce? So as I told in my welcome speech, as you step out of your classroom and labs, beyond academics, there is a lot of opportunities. So we have 30 plus clubs in the university, at the university level, and at the department level, we have about 5 different clubs. And of course, you can also join the other clubs of the university. So at the department level, we have this finance club, and we have a cultural club, we have the sports club and the photography club, and likewise. So you can take part in those club activities and actively engage yourself. Then we have this VSO activity. That is something which we are very, very proud of. A voluntary service organization, which is at the university level and at the department level. And as I told, it's managed by Professor Shastri. And some of the pictures what you see there are the VSO activities which we have done, like a blood donation camp or planting trees, and then we have visited school, a nearby government school to distribute computers. Okay, so those are some of the VSO activities which we have done. Then we have a Toastmasters, soft skills and corporate engagement activities carried out here. Now, let me give more emphasis to the soft skills and corporate engagement, because that's where you have to master yourself, especially the soft skills. The hard skills you will learn in the classroom. Okay, so along with the hard skills, you need to have the soft skills to crack any interview and have a good corporate career. Then what are the soft skills? So to ensure your personality development, we carry a lot of programs. We do a lot of programs. Personality, they are called as PDP, personality development programs. And what do we do in this soft skills personality development program is we do workshops to strengthen skills in GD and cracking interviews. Of course, parents might be knowing that these are some basic things for you to get a job. So as a student facing a interview, wanting to crack interview and get into companies, this is something very important. GD is something which is mandatory, they will ask for. So what do we do is we call experts. We have our in-house faculty also, where we'll train our students to strengthen their group discussion so that they can crack the interview. Because that group discussion happens to be the first hurdle, which most of the students have to face and will have to overcome that hurdle. Then we also do this role-based mock GDs and personality interviews by domain experts. So we call domain experts from the industry, okay? And then role-based mock GDs. Okay, role-based mock GD meaning maybe if you're, suppose if you're applying for a finance job, you'll be given a balance sheet and you're asked to analyze the balance sheet, find out where is the error, correct the balance sheet, and then come out with the profit and loss account statement, and likewise. So that's a role-based mock GD which we'll be doing. Okay, and personal interviews. Okay, so we'll have the domain experts doing this personal interviews, so you get trained there. Then one-on-one live CV reviews and analysis by experts. Okay, so one-on-one, because CV is something which is the first, what I can say, the first interaction of you with the corporate world. Because when you apply for a job, they ask you to share your CV and how you have designed your CV. Based on that, you will be shortlisted. You can be shortlisted or rejected. Many students fail to impress the employer in the first stage itself because their CV is horrible. Okay, so what we do here at the Department of Commerce is we review your CV so that your CV is in good shape, and then we ensure that you put the right things in your CV. Okay. Then professional guidance to build a placement preparation roadmap, and discussion on career paths and options. So as our chief guest was saying, a lot of opportunities. Okay, so you can be an analyst, you can be a banker, you can be a financier, you can be an entrepreneur, and you might be confused. Okay, what should I be opting for? So we will be guiding you in that direction also. Okay, so that is the soft skills training what we take care of. Moving on to the top 10 skills, which I think you should be making note of or preparing yourself by 2025. These are the top 10 soft skills required as per the World Economic Forum. All right, so the top 10 skills are analytical thinking and innovation, active learning and learning strategies, complex problem solving, critical thinking and analysis, creativity, originality and initiative, leadership and social influence, technology use, monitoring and control, technology design and programming, resilience, stress, tolerance and flexibility, something very, very important, reasoning, problem solving and ideation. So these are the top 10 skills which is expected out of a graduating students. So if you have the skills, as I told you, we will be giving you the hard skills in form of the academic rigor. And in addition to that, we carry out a lot of personality development program in the form of soft skills development. So it is you who have to make the effort to develop yourself into this skills, have the skills, okay, and then you can crack any interview. And speaking about interviews, speaking about internships, speaking about your placements, so these are our some of the corporate partners. As I already mentioned to you, there is a lot of internship opportunities. Okay, as students, you will have to do about a 20-week internship. Okay, and if you have the right kind of skills, both the soft and the hard skills, your internship can be converted into a full-time placement. Because you're not spending 1 or 2 weeks, you're spending 20 weeks there in company. Okay, and 20 week is part of the credit. You are going to be evaluated, students are going to be evaluated, students have to prepare for presenting their project. They have to submit their project. A viva voice would be done likewise. So 20 weeks internship, one at the end of 4th semester, you will have to do your internship, and another in your 8th semester. Okay, so when you do this internship, and if you have the right skills in place, as I already mentioned before, you would easily get your dream job. There is no doubt about it. You can easily convert your internship into a full-time job because this 20 weeks is good enough for an employer to assess whether you're good or bad, right? Isn't it? So they can easily assess and then convert you into a full-time employee. So please make use of the internship. as mentioned by Vasudev Naidu, our chief guest, do your internships in different companies, get the exposure, okay, and we will be providing you all the assistance, whatever assistance is required from the department. We will help you to get your internships, okay, and then make use of that opportunity. Please don't misuse that opportunity, because 20 weeks you should not be staying back at home and then bring a certificate to us. Okay, if you go to a Xerox shop, you get a certificate. We don't want that to happen. Okay, make use of the opportunity because you can easily convert this internship into a full-time placement. And in case you're not able to convert your internship into a full-time placement, then we are there for you. We will help you in getting your job. And because 99% of the students who come here want a job in a good company, okay, want to build a career in a good company, okay. So this is some of the corporate partners: Federal Bank, PwC, EY, Infosys, Accenture, TCS, HDFC. This is just a small list there: KPMG, Axis Bank, Deloitte, and Salesforce. You can, we will be assisting you to get your internship in such Fortune 500 companies, and you can make the best use of the opportunity. Okay, sounds good. Any questions you might ask me after I finish the presentation. Then this is the infrastructure part of our university. So you have a very good audio visual classrooms. I think most of you have already seen our classrooms. We have the finance lab, a business lab, a Bloomberg terminal there, a computer lab, a library with digital resources. To speak more about the library and the digital resources, what we have Dr. Ishappa with us. He'll be orienting you about the digital resources and the library resources, what we have. Then the auditorium, the hostel facility, the transport facility, the food court. So a lot of opportunities and a lot of good places for you to relax, okay? Then I know most of you are coming out of your house for the first time, and we make sure that you're comfortable. Okay, it will be like home away from home, so you need to relax. So we do we do celebrate a lot of festivals, so that you feel relaxed and you don't feel away from the house. So we celebrate Holi, we celebrate what we call as Deepavali or Diwali, as a majority of you call. And then we celebrate Onam and a lot of Dasara and a lot of other festivals where the entire campus is lit and you feel the campus is actually very vibrant, and you actually enjoy the whole atmosphere here. All right, so you won't be missing home, especially students would be missing home, especially during the festival time. So because you won't have time to go back, since 70% of our students are from outside Karnataka, so you won't have time to go back and celebrate your festivals with your family. So we make sure that we provide you all the atmosphere required so that you celebrate your festivals with us. Okay, so it's home away from home. Okay, so congratulations on making it to Mahe Manipal campus. So you made it, so you are special to us. Okay, thank you. Any questions you can ask? So I've covered most of the part here. Scholarship, some of you might have questions regarding scholarship. As you already know, if you're scoring between 70 to 85%, you get 15% scholarship. If you're scoring above 85%, you get 20% scholarship. And to get the scholarship in the subsequent years, you have to maintain that. Okay? And the other list of scholarship details is available in our website. You can go through that. Okay? Sounds good? Any doubts? Yeah, so ACCA qualification, as I mentioned earlier, is recognized or it is a certificate given by the UK government. Like how we have chartered accountants in India, where they are professional chartered accountants and get trained in Indian accounting standards and the taxation policy. Like that, we have this ACCA, which is an international body where the students will be getting trained in international accounting and financial area. Now, what is the use is you get a lot of opportunity to be placed yourself in multinational companies, because multinational companies, as you very well know, they don't follow Indian accounting standards. What they follow is international accounting standards. All right, and that is what you're going to learn in ACCA. All right? Our program is aligned with CA. Our program is not aligned with CA. Our program is aligned with ACCA. CA assistance we give. When I say assistance, we will have a professional chartered accountants coming over to the campus, and after college hours, okay, so after college hours, we are not disturbing the regular academic rigor. After college hours, after 3:30, the professional chartered accountant will come to the campus, and then they will give the necessary coaching so that the students are able to clear the different levels. So our course is not integrated with CA, but we provide assistance. Our course is integrated with ACCA and IOA. Yeah. Yes, so business analytics is a course which is very, very popular, high in demand right now. Most of the corporates are demanding students to have that knowledge. And what you learn there is you learn about, so you don't require any, so you please come out of that fear that you need to have programming knowledge, coding language, nothing of that sort. Okay, so what you need to know is how should you be interpreting the results which is generated through the different software. Okay, and that we are going to help. Now, what are the software we are going to use? So the maximum what we are going to use is your Python. Okay, so you should be knowing a little bit of Python. Okay, Python language, and we have experts. Here is one expert, Mr. Sai Praveen. He is an expert in analytics area, and Professor Shastri, and likewise. So that's the maximum I'm saying. Okay, so we start with advanced Excel, then you learn Tableau, you learn R language, and then you learn Python, and likewise. And then once you master all this, in the due course, you'll also be learning about very minimum about machine learning, the foundations of machine learning and things like that. And this actually helps the students to analyze whatever is the output given by the software. Okay, that is where as commerce student, your role will be. Your role is not to develop that software. Your role is not coding. Your role is not programming. Python language is already available. All right. Or R language is already available, or Tableau is already available, or advanced Excel is already available. Now, what is your role? So if a balance sheet is given to you, okay, you should be knowing how to analyze that balance sheet. Okay, so what is the profit of the company? Where is the loss happening? What is the sales of the company? And likewise, so analysis is what the students will be doing. And all the companies, what we see now is they make use of these tools to take an informed decision. Okay, so companies are migrating to AI and MI to take informed decision. And that is how our students will have a upper hand compared to other universities and other colleges, because as you rightly mentioned, not many colleges are offering business analytics. We are one of those colleges which offer business analytics because we know the market. As I mentioned in my welcome speech, some of our faculty are from industry, professors of practice, and we call a lot of industry experts as part of our corporate engagement activity. So we know what is happening in the industry, and we know that this is what is demanded by the industry, and a lot of industry people, parents who are working in industry also would be agreeing to me on this point. Okay, so that is how we can ensure that students are well trained in analyzing the financial statements and the other balance sheets and other things related to finance, accounts, taxation, using this different tools so that they can take an informed decision. Okay, so as I mentioned, we get 9 paper exemption. There are 13 papers to clear ACCA, all right? And we get 9 paper exemption because our BCom program is integrated with ACCA. So the 9 papers you should be clearing if everything goes good. The student should be, because that is integrated with our program, it is a university exam. If everything goes good, you should be clearing those 9 papers in the first 5 semesters. How we have designed is, every semester you study 2 papers of ACCA. Okay, in the first semester, for example, you study financial accounting and business and technology, which is part of ACCA curriculum. Okay, likewise in the second semester too, third semester too, and fourth semester too, likewise. So by the time you come to the 5th semester, the student should have cleared the 9 papers, and the remaining 3 semesters, what you spend here, you can make use of the time to clear the 4 papers. All right? So the students will get almost 1 semester to clear 1 paper like. So there is enough time. So by the end, our aim is, by the end of 4 years, a student should have a BCom honors degree, and they should also have an ACCA degree. If you have opted for ACCA, you should have an ACCA degree. So it's a dual benefit for you, and your placements will be much more better. I know the next question which will raise is ACCA compulsory or mandatory? ACCA is not compulsory or mandatory. You can opt for IOA. If you don't want ACCA or IOA, you don't do anything. But we don't encourage that. We want you to have any one of these certifications. Okay? Yeah. No, not necessary. So 3-year work experience to be ACCA certification. See, after 9 papers, you get a diploma in ACCA. All right. After 13 papers, you get the ACCA certification. Then after, you're right in some way, after 3 years of getting that ACCA certification, that is, you have to practice. Then you, student or you will be called as a professional ACCA, where you can practice and put against your name the ACCA qualification. Okay, so 3 years, that is post your ACCA certification. Okay, and 3 years, after 3 years, only then student or the person can claim himself to be a professional ACCA, and he or she can practice as well. All right, any other questions? Sir, it's just pass or fail. In ACCA, it's just pass or fail because passing percentage itself is very less in ACCA. All right. Just to give you some stats, we have this USCMA, Certified Management Accountant, which is affiliated to the US government, where the pass percentage is less than 10%. Then we have CA, Chartered Accountants, given by the Indian government, where the pass percentage is about 14 to 15%. And then we have this ACCA, where the pass percentage is about 25%, 24, 25%. So it's, you don't have any percentage there, it is just pass or fail. If you're passing, you get that clearance to go to the next level or take up the next paper. Okay. Any other questions? I think no more questions. If you have more questions, I'm always there at the department. We are running very late already. So I'm there. You can ask me, or most of you have my number by now. You can call me or you can mail me with all your queries. I'm there to help you, help your wants, and whatever are the queries you have, you can shoot it to me. I will reply to that within 24 hours. All right. Thank you then. Thanks for the patience listening. Now we have the orientation by Dr. Sarita. She is Chief Student Officer, and Madam will be orienting you about the hostels and related activities. Thank you.
A good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all the parents and students. I won't take much time considering we are running behind schedule, but I'll just give you an overview of hostels, rules, regulations, and also transport and some of the other services that are available to all the students at the campus. One of the most important things that you need to understand is what drives us. So basically, you had a presentation just now by Dr. Santosh. You have seen the tie-up that we've done with ACCA, the support that is being extended for the CA program. We are looking at building professionals. We are looking at academic excellence. So this is going to be this is going to be one of our key focus areas, academic excellence, and you will see it in every day experience classes, schedules, exams, every aspect that you see there. The other most important thing that I think every parent will be looking at, and from a student point of view, is the student centricity. We are looking at all the services being aligned to support the students to be able to cater to the requirements of their course, including their health, mental health, and any other support that they need. The other aspect is basically whatever we do, we are one of the core values of Manipal is ethical practices, and we would definitely be, every action of ours will be defined under any of these three verticals, which is academic excellence, student centricity, and ethical practices. Now, I would like to go through what we have as far as the hostels or the campus is concerned. We are looking at happy students. I'm sure Madhu must have said Mahe is actually Manipal, your home for where you see a lot of happy students. So yeah, we're looking at building a culture and creating an environment where students are happy. There is an overall development growth in addition to the academic aspects. So just to kind of the circle at the center actually indicates all the services that are available to the students. Mess. I think when whether day scholars or hostelites, I think one of the concerns that the parents would have is, when they are at the campus, what about the food? So we do have a mess facility. As far as the hostelites are concerned, there are 4 meals that are provided, which includes a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in between there is snacks in the evening. So these are provided. We have 2 approved vendors who provide these services. In addition, on the campus, you will see a lot of other services that are there from various other vendors who provide, various other food services. In addition to, in the hostels, you will find some vending machines from Big Basket, basically the BB Instant, where you can, pick up things that you may want. Additionally, in the hostel, in the campus, you have many other services, which is, you have stationery shops, you have an ATM, library is there, you have a full-fledged library, and Dr. Ishapa will take you on the details of the library, and also Dr. Rajesh will go through the details of the sports facilities that are there, so I will not touch upon that. Fun at campus to quite an extent has been covered by Dr. Santosh. In addition to that, we do have a lot of activities in the campus. There is a plan that there will be 2 common activities that are going to be there in every academic year, which are going to be centralized activities, which is going to be, one is a cultural event where students from all institutes, whether it is Department of Commerce or IT or design school or any other school, they will all participate in the cultural activity as one event of the year, common event, as well as one sports event. That is what is being planned from this academic year. While I'm speaking on this, maybe I'll just take you through some of these before I go to the rules and regulations. I'll go through the facilities so that, it's easier. Hostel life, yeah. So let me kind of go through facilities first. So we do have medical facility available at the campus and at the hostels. 24/7 ambulance is available. Nursing support is available 24/7. In case a student needs additional, visit to a doctor or needs any kind of escalation in terms of the treatment that is being provided, we have a tie-up with Manipal Hospital, Hebal, and the ambulance will help in moving the student. They will always be accompanied by a member from our side, a coordinator who will take them and provide the necessary support. The students also have a Mediclaim policy where they are provided the necessary cover for a particular amount. Hostels also have a 24/7 availability of the nursing person, whether they are hostels inside the campus or outside the campus. Additionally, there is a doctor available in the campus from 8:30 to 4:30, which is available for all the students who need any help at that time. I think especially if you are in the hostel or you are moving from a journey of completing 10th, 12th and then moving to your college life, okay, and especially if it is a hostel student, yeah, I think the first few weeks, months will be being away from home. There will be stress, there will be anxiety, both ends, parents as well as students. There will be those jitters of food theek nahi lag raha hai, and I'm not getting comfortable, not making friends, or there's too much of exposure all of a sudden, too much of freedom that is there. You will form new friendships, new relationships, and then there will be those people who are very introvert and they find it very extreme, very difficult to kind of manage in that kind of an environment. So hostel specifically or campus life is different from school life. Different, I'm sure 11th, 12th also you would have experienced. But yeah, hostel life is very different, and professional life after your 12th standard is also very different. So we do have the services of our counselors and clinical psychologists who are available at the campus. And we are also tying up with Your Dost, which is basically going to be our partner for mental health, any issues, any support that the student requires. exam stress, depression, or any of those things, any difficulties they are finding, you could reach out to the counselors at the campus. And Your Dose is a 24/7 platform, which we will be starting shortly. We will update you when we launch it. This is extremely important. We do have full-fledged full-time counselors available. We will be strengthening this team. We will be adding 2 more clinical psychologists and a psychiatrist on call as required. Food, as I already spoke to you about, but I think when it comes to food, I just want to spend a minute on this because in all my experience across industries, whether it is healthcare or whether it is manufacturing, wherever food is being provided to the customers or the end users, you will never have a situation where you will be able to satisfy 100% of your students or customers or anybody for that matter, because our tastes are different, our cultures are different. So our focus is always going to be on quality, on quantity, on variety, then hygiene and timely service, and also on the safety part of it. So I don't think there should be any problem on these aspects. Yes, but we have also tried to maintain the different cultures. So there is always a mix of a South Indian meal and a North Indian meal, and sometimes you will get pastas and things like that. So this is in the mess meal. Typically a weekly meal schedule is circulated for the hostelites to be aware of. In addition to that, of course, there are other vendors who are providing food services at the campus. We have fresh fruits that will be available at the campus in case somebody wants to have fruits that will be available. These are beyond the mess food is extra. It is on paid basis. 2 identified vendors are Canara and Blue Dove. Those who are in the hostels outside will be serviced by Canara Integrated Services. Yes, we have a full-fledged team that will take care of the requirements. We also have a mess committee, and there will be representation from various institutes, representation of the students from various institutes who will cater to, who will participate in management of the mess in terms of feedback collection from the students, any corrective measures, any improvements, any of the discussions that we feel or any updates that are required to be given. The mess committee members, which will also involve students, will be actively involved in this. I think another area that I would like to assure the students and the parents community is basically about the safety and the security of the premises. You must have seen that when you have come to the campus, there are different gates, there are securities that are there. You would have, when you roam around in the campus, you will see CCTV cameras across. So there is a very strong vigilance that is happening, and the same format is also being followed at the hostels which are outside the campus. Those hostels also have security 24/7. They will also have CCTV cameras, which will also be monitored at the centralized location as well as in those specific hostels. This is something which we are extremely sensitive about. In outside hostels, we will also have surprise checks at night by our centralized team of security, just to check if everything is in order. And there will also be an emergency response team to cater to any requirement. Fire safety is also a part of this services that we take care as far as the security is concerned. I've already spoken about this CCTV, HHMD, emergency response team. All this will give you the comfort and the confidence that, okay, the kids are in a safe environment. So I would urge the parents not to worry on those aspects. If you are staying in outside hostels, there is transport facility that is there from the campus to the hostel and hostel to the campus. That is there. Those who are day scholars, there are 5 route buses at this point in time. So if you are traveling from any part of Bangalore, you can please contact the transport department. They will be able to guide you. One of these 5 bus routes is existing at this point in time. However, there are too many requirements. If there are too many requirements from a particular route, they will then consolidate and see if any additional routes have to be opened up. Laundry services, again, this is for hostel students. Laundry services are compulsory. This is to ensure that the student focus on their studies and they don't have to worry about washing, ironing, all those services. This is also based on the feedback that we have received from the student satisfaction survey that we had conducted last time, and the services have been introduced and is a part of the services as mandatory services under the hostels. Sports facilities, I will move there. Before I go to hostel gallery, I want to tell you about the hostels that are there. So currently we have 3 hostels which are inside. 3 hostels that are inside. And when we talk about hostels, I think any parent who's been in a hostel, they will have very, very fond memories of their hostel life because they would have built friends for life. They would have definitely been, they will definitely be in touch with those people, and you know, that environment that is created in a hostel where you are studying together, you are, you know, going through your challenges together, you know, your friends at the hostel are your first point of contact where you say, "Arey, this is the problem," or you know, this is the fun together. All those friendships get developed here. You will also get to know yourself much better in terms of, okay, your personality, building your personality. So it's a great place to be. My only requirement would be that follow the rules and regulations. That part I have left it to the last because I want you to, you know, go with that thoughts as how important it is to follow those rules and regulations. While we are here, we will have also lots of fun. There will be a lot of engagement activities that happen at the hostels on the weekends that are there. So currently we have 3 hostel blocks inside, and we were only able to accommodate as a philosophy and as a principle. We said that all girl students who get admitted and who are existing students, all the girl students will be provided hostel facility if required at the campus itself. Hostels are not compulsory. It is a service. If required, you can avail. However, we also encourage local students to avail the transport services, but it is not that if they want hostel, we will not consider. Yeah, if based on availability, it can be considered. So HB3 is a new hostel block that we have got this time, which is a completely girls hostel, and we have HB1 and HB2. HB2 is a fully boys hostel, and HB1, there are 2 wings of it. One wing of it is girls and the other wing is boys hostel. Then we have 3 hostels which are off campus. HB01, that is hostel block outside 1, which is an off campus capacity of 223. There's another one which is 68, and then there's the third hostel block, which is 140. So typically the boys of DOC have been accommodated in hostel block outside 1, HBO1. Next year, we will have additional hostel capacity being available for us to accommodate the students. That would be at around 1,758. Our first objective at that point in time, or priority, would be that the boys who are staying in the hostels outside currently will be accommodated inside. And if they are in my list of hostels, so if there are students who are staying in PG accommodations, they will not be in my list, because at that point in time, again, I will have a requirement of accommodating new admissions. So those students who have availed hostel facilities currently and are staying outside will be accommodated inside the campus in the next academic year. Yeah, we are very hopeful that the hostel will be ready 100%. Yes, there are government regulations. We'll have to get the occupancy certificate and all the clearances. But whenever we open that hostel, which to a great percentage, I can say that it would be next academic year. I'm sure the Pro-VC would have shared this in the morning, so that would be our priority. Yeah, so I've already shared about this. Next year also I have shared in terms of that. So every year as a process, the rooms get changed. So it's not that you get into one room and that's going to be your life for the next 3 years or 4 years. There is a process of change of room every year. So the students have to fill in the last quarter of the academic year, or rather the last month or so. We will share a form where the students will update their data in terms of the requirement of the hostel, yes, no, what category of hostel they prefer. Basis the requirement that is there and availability, we will be allotting the hostels for the existing students. But yes, I also want to bring in a point in terms of, just to give you a background as to what we did this year. This year, we asked the existing students, those who were already staying in the hostel, to fill up the form. And a lot of them asked for a particular category of the room, but I don't have that many rooms available under that category. At that point in time, two things come in. One is your performance in the course, and the second one is your track record in the hostel. Track record in the hostel is extremely important. When I speak of rules and regulations, there are certain times where, if there are certain behaviors which are not acceptable, calls can be taken differently. So these two things will come into picture, the CGPA and your track record, basis which the allotment will be given. This we have already spoken. Let me just, in case some parents want to see a gallery, I can actually go through especially the hostel gallery so that you can have a look at it, just to give you a feel. Yeah, so this is our campus hostel block, on-campus hostel block for girls inside the hostels, which is triple sharing or double sharing, and this is how it looks. I'm sure some of you would have gone and seen this. This is our hostel block outside, which is the board over there is JM Complex, but you will also see Mahe hostel board, which has come up already. This is how that hostel gallery looks like. You have double sharing and triple sharing here. You have cupboards being provided. This is the building. This is all these rooms in hostel block outside are with attached washroom, whereas in the campus we also have common washrooms, so that you could have, there could be triple sharing or double sharing with common washrooms. So that means in a floor there are only rooms, and at the center there are certain number of washrooms that are provided for common usage. We've done the puja and we would be starting there shortly. Some of the students must have reported to HBO 1. However, we have temporarily allotted them accommodation inside the campus for a couple of days, just because we wanted to, also ensure that, you stay about a day or so in the campus, especially when your orientation is going on. And once this is done, then we would be moving the students to their respective rooms, and no worries about the transportation or any of those things. Our transport team and our hostel team will take care and support in moving the students to the respective hostels. This is the dining area. This is about the fun at the campus. So now I think this is what I had to share as far as the hostels are concerned. Now I'll go to a little heavy part, which is the rules and regulations. So before I go there, I just want to give you a little perspective. We all stay at home, in our homes, but there are rules and regulations defined there also. There is a broad understanding. There is no written rule and regulation, but there is a broad understanding. So when you say, Papa, I'm going out, so what time you will come? There is some understanding, okay, you can come by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock is fine, okay, birthday, theek hai, itne baje aa jao. There is some understanding that exists in terms of how we also stay in our own homes. There's also one softer aspect which I would like to say is when we are at home, we are also very used to that comfort of the home. We are used to that support that we have. I may be the only child, or I may just have one sibling, and jo mangte hain mil jata hai. Whatever I ask, I get it. But here it is going to be, you will be living with a lot of other students. There will be general rules and regulations. There will be, things to follow, and there will be certain things which we have zero tolerance for, and that is in your interest. I want first the parents and the students to understand that whatever these rules and regulations are there, that is basically for your interest, and to ensure that all the parents and all of us inside the room are comfortable, have a good stay in the hostel, complete our course successfully. come out with flying colors, be ACCA, be working in India, be working in UK or anywhere in the world, and be proud of what you have done. I think for that to happen and be an alumni of a great institute, there is responsibility that needs to be there. So that's what I will be talking about. So we have zero tolerance for ragging. So don't involve in activities where you are bullying someone, or if you are being bullied, please report it. So there are strict guidelines, rules. The Supreme Court of India, it is under the IPC. Any student found indulging in ragging activities, there is a committee that we have, which is the anti-ragging committee. They will take up the matter, and the student would be immediately put under suspension, and the committee will do their investigation, and they will decide the course of punishment that is there at the committee level. If there is any problem that anyone faces, or you are witness to something that is happening which is not right, please do not keep quiet. There is help available. Every hostel has a warden. Your warden is going to be your first point of contact for any support that you need at the hostels. There is also your faculty wardens that we have. From the institute, there are certain faculty members who are identified who will support when we have issues like this or any support that the student needs. There are also mentors that are defined for your programs, and you can also reach out to your mentor. But the first point of contact is going to be your warden, and you could also reach out to the chief student officer, that is me, or my team members. We will be immediately taking the necessary action to support anybody having any difficulty. And as I said, it's no ragging. So don't get into a situation ki aate sari jana pade. Okay, please ensure that you follow the protocols. The boys are going to be in a campus where it is going to be only the first year students. Whether you are in a campus where first year and second years or third years are there, we do not believe in those times are over where it is senior, junior, ragging is there, or same batch ragging is there. Anything that if you look at as far as our campus is concerned, we will not entertain. It is zero tolerance as far as this is concerned. There is also so this is all at the institution level, which is, suspension, could be, academic impact, not allowed to attend classes, scholarships, if any, withdrawn, then your fine, which is as defined by the government, could even be up to ₹100,000. If there are a lot of people doing it together, there is a collective punishment that can be there. And this is something which is as per the Supreme Court of India. We need to ensure a free, ragging-free culture and environment in any campus. And when I'm saying this for both hostel as well as campus facility. This is under IPC. If there is any complaint that is given, it could be under any of these sections, and the implications could be much harder. So I think you all are students of Mahe, and we expect that the objective, why are we here? The most important objective of our presence here is because we have a goal, we have an aim, we have a career in mind, we want to start on our own, we want to be great entrepreneurs, we want to succeed in whatever we are doing. So I would want to see each one of you as a very successful individual, professionally, personally. So for that to happen, I think there are certain things which is absolute no-no. Zero tolerance on smoking, alcohol, substance abuse. If anybody found with any of these things inside the campus, strict action will be taken. Let me also tell you, those who are staying in the hostels, bags are frisked. So, whenever you enter the hostel premises, whether girls or boys, your bags are frisked to check if, nothing which is not permitted is being taken inside the campus or inside the hostel. So be mindful of that part of it. Otherwise, it is your choice of what you do. But as far as hostels are concerned, definitely these things are not permissible. Substance abuse by law is a crime. So, don't get into things where want to try this, want to try that, get influenced, just be careful at this point in time when you are there, away from home. Just be careful and mindful of those aspects. I would also sincerely request the parents to keep a track of the financial transactions that the students do. This is an advisory, not a must. I would leave it to the parents, but this is an advisory. As far as the grievance redressal is concerned, I mentioned to you, we have an anti-ragging monitoring committee which is there. There's a grievance cell for the students. If they have any problems, issues, they can report. There is also an internal complaints committee if they feel any kind of an harassment that they are facing. There's a student affairs committee which is basically conducts a lot of awareness sessions and student support activities, including volunteering services. The student affairs cell also will have the counselors, and we are also starting a student service center which will have the entire support for mental health and wellness. Hostel disciplinary committee. So all those things which we are discussing now, rules and regulations, if there is any default over there, it will be taken up firstly by the hostel disciplinary committee, and we also have the mess committee in addition to few other committees that I have not listed here. So hostel rules and regulations, I think this print is small, but I am not very sure whether you are able to read it. Okay, I'll just briefly tell you. Here we have listed various incidents and what are the actions that are there. So the action could be warning letter, fine is there for each of these actions. Warning letter, then there is inform the parents, academic penalty could be there, and hostel penalty could be there, and there are certain things. So if we feel that the person has, is indulging in fight in the hostel, okay, two people are in, there's a huge fight, or they are getting into manhandling or something, and we feel that probably one of them is, taken something. So we will do the check. So at such points in time, we will do breath analyzer checks. If we feel that there is any other issue that is there, whatever tests that may be required to check, we will be doing that. That's what is typically included in the remarks column. So consumption, as I have said, substance abuse I have spoken, ragging I have spoken, then we're talking about manhandling fights, absolutely not acceptable. Then we are speaking about, coming late. Yeah, I think important points, hostelites, please note, 9:30 is your time to reach the hostel. Beyond 9:30, it will be considered as late coming. The clock ticks in at 9:30 if you have not reported. When we take attendance, you are not available, then we try to reach out to the student. And we try, if we are not able to contact the student, we reach out to the parent. And if we have no answers, if we have no answers even from the parents or the friends, then we will have to decide what needs to be done, which could also mean giving a police complaint. The only reason being that we do not want any of our student to be in any kind of a difficult situation, and we need to extend our support if there is a problem. Yeah, so that's where I said in the beginning that all these rules and regulations are in the interest of all of us, students, parents, and us. And as an organization, we are here to ensure that we all meet our end goal successfully. And then arriving, absence from the hostel. So one is arriving late. 9:30 is the time, you come in at 10:30. There's a set of rules and regulations that will be there. If there is no information, we are not able to reach out, and the student has not taken leave, then it is basically absence from the hostel, which is escalation of the penalty and all that. And at this point in time, we'll be very worried because we don't know what the student is, where the student is, and why he has not reported back. This again is to ensure safety of our students. Then obviously when you are staying anywhere, you have to ensure that that particular property is also well taken care. So damage to property, definitely there will be a fine, and whatever is the cost of repair, maintenance, replacement will be taken into consideration. Then you have, this is again damage to property, scribbling on the property, whatever is there. Then non-adherence of do's and don'ts. So there are do's and don'ts. Actually, whatever I'm saying now is already there in the do's and don'ts. Then use of, losing loss of keys. I think it's so small. I'm also able to finding it difficult. Intentional mischief. So I just want to give you an example of intentional mischief. Now there are fire alarms on each of the floors. Now typically, you just ring while you are passing by that, just press the fire alarm. Every time the repairs maintenance people, the fire safety people run to check, and then we realize this is a mischief. Tomorrow, God forbid, anything happens. I do not want a situation where, people have intentionally played mischief, and when there is a problem, we think that it is a mischief. So we definitely will not encourage such mischief by the students. When we are in a hostel, it's not just about us, it's about a lot of us staying together. We definitely cannot play loud music or anything that disturbs the other members in the room or in the corridor or in that particular hostel. So loud music, loud talking, disturbing others. So there are certain silence hours. We would expect the students to follow that. Please do not change your rooms on your own. Anything that you need, as everything has to be done through the warden, who will be extending support. Birthday parties, birthday celebrations, most welcome, but not in the hostels. There will be an identified place that will be in the food court area that we will identify, where you can celebrate your birthdays within the curfew timings. That means before 9:30. It cannot be raat ke 12 baje. Okay, unfortunately that will not happen. Or that time you can only receive calls from your family, friends, everyone. But cake cutting in the hostel room, not permitted. All those things basically, because we don't want people to kind of spoil, and it may be your birthday, but somebody must be sleeping in the next room. Yeah, so just be mindful of those things. As far as your belongings are concerned, please ensure you keep your belongings safely under lock and key. The problem is that the students don't lock their rooms, they don't lock their cupboards, and then they say, "Madam, this is missing." There is no way that I can, find out what has happened inside your room. I don't have a CCTV inside your room. So please ensure, first of all, don't carry too much of cash and any of those things which are valuables. Ensure that you maintain that, and when you are not in the room, please lock. Again, if you have gone through the rules and regulations which were there on the website, we have also given a complete list of do's, don'ts, what is permissible, what is not permissible. Do not carry kettles, iron boxes, any of those electronic items, because one is that induction heaters, cookers, none of you are not allowed to cook inside the room. And the other thing is that the sockets that are provided is not of high wattage to take that load. We do not want a short circuit in the rooms and endanger anybody's life. Please understand the background, the reason why we are not allowing these items. This is about the do's and don'ts. You can also go through all this on the website also. So this is what I wanted to cover. But this is quite serious and everybody is very, very quiet. But let me tell you, we also have lots of fun in the hostels and in the campus. Dr. Santosh has already shared some of the pictures, and my last slide also had holy celebrations. We have DJ nights. We also have meditation, yoga for those who really are looking for peace of mind and healthy habits. We do have lots of sports activities that are there. During IPL, we also, broadcasted few of the matches, not all, considering it was exam time. So yes, we also broadcasted some of those football matches. So yeah, there's lots of fun, and at the same time, lots of friends, and a good time at the hostel, provided, I would like to interact with the students, as I always say, more as what I can do and what we can do together for an overall development and guidance that they need, rather than, hey, ma'am, he was found doing this, he was found doing this. Okay, so that's what we would aim at. So that's about, what I wanted to share. So thank you so much and all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving that detailed orientation on hostel and transportation facilities to our students. Now I request Ishappa sir to orient our students on library facilities.
Yeah, good afternoon. I will not take much time. I know we are running late in this session. So I'll just introduce because parents are here and the library plays a vital role. I know up to 12th standard you may not be used much library, but library will act a very active role as of now. I mean, henceforth in your academic career and research activities. And being a Mahayan, you all will get a very good facility, and one of that is library. And being a multi courses here, and we have a different collections, and that is advantage for all of you. You can browse through, you can read those books, engineering, law, anything. I mean, liberal arts, and focus will be on your commerce section. So library, as I told, it will play a vital role, and we have a very good, we are developing our library, and we, as of now, whatever your requirements, we are going to meet that, and it will help you in learning and research activities. And we have both print and digital, because the new generation always look for digital resources, and we have plenty of that, and that is all scholarly. And you can consume that, and you can make a good effect in your academic activities. So it will, we are there to inculcate reading habits. We will acquire, very qualitative resources, and we will promote your intellectual growth. And we are utilizing a lot of ICT technology that will help you to read, because new generation, new tools, and we are using them. So this is what I have already spoke about. It will help you in learning and progress. So these are the print collections. As I'm telling you, every day we are adding, and this is just a begin. So, and more than print, we have e-books collection, more than 1 lakh e-books, and we are subscribing to more than 5,000 e-journals. E-books are entirely downloadable. You can download them based on your requirements, your assignments, your classworks, and journals will help you to update you about latest happenings in your area. So those articles you can read, so that you can upgrade yourself. So this is the library timings. We have, as of now, 3 libraries in this campus. One is in the first floor, which will take care of the engineering students, but it's all accessible. You can all use that facility. And on the 5th floor, we have for DLHS, DOC, and DPP and MLS library. And on SMI, there is another building. There we have a TAPMI building, that is management-related resources. So these are the timings. As of now, the 5th floor library will be up to 6 p.m. Then the 1st floor library will be up to 8 p.m. And during exam, it will be up to 9:30. So I request all of you, even Sundays, holidays, library is open. Please make good use of that service. So this is the, you can issue the books from the library, and as a UG student, you can take 3 books at a time. 15 days you can keep them. See, now in the school, you were not much aware that how to, circulate the books, you can issue the books and all that. But here, focus mainly on library resources, and it's more on circulation. So you have to read more and more. So you can return the books and take the books, more books from the library. There is a late fee if you are not returning on time and all that. So these are the technology we are using. One is Koha, that it's fully automated library, all libraries, and you can browse the availability of resources from anywhere, and even sitting in your hostel rooms, you can browse that. And we are using Turnitin plagiarism software, which will help the faculties to know from where all you are copying, because copy paste will not allowed here, because this software will detect from where you all copied. For example, your assignment, reports, don't just copy and paste, because these softwares will enable the faculties to just judge you from where all you have taken. So that the purpose is just you have to read, consume it, understand it, and then write. So that is the knowledge gaining. So Grammarly software is there, which will help you to improve your language, which is freely available. So please make use of these tools. And Open Athens is a software where sitting in a hostel room, as Madam told, some of you may be staying outside the campus. This software will help you to download, as if you are staying in the campus kind of a thing. And online databases, we have plenty of online databases. Please make use of that. I will be conducting one more session in the classroom where one by one resources, we will see that how to make use of them. And Coursera, as sir already told, you have to take compulsory Coursera classes. So this is available, and even you can register through library portal. There are links from the library portal. So these are this one facilities, like you have a reading facility, circulation of books is there, and digital library space is there, Wi-Fi connectivity inside the library, and baggage counter. You have to keep your bags in the library, and you can carry your personal books and everything, but bags are not allowed. And as I told, Sundays, holidays, libraries open. So we have very good library reading spaces inside the library. We are using DDC classification to classify all our content. It is a well-known classification system which will help us to segregate all the related resources. So these are some more additional, more than books. We have magazines, we have new arrivals. Every day, as I told you, every day we are adding the books. So new books are there, latest books are there. All these are recommended by your faculties. So please don't ignore them. Please read them more than your courses. Just don't stick to your courses. Read general books to improve your knowledge. So we have a photocopy section because it is very important. So it is there in first floor library. Please, it's all outsourced. So please, you can use that. So this is our new library going to come in the next 6 to 7 months time. So I'm hoping that all these library, wherever I had told, will be shifted to in one place, and you will have access to plenty of resources, both print as well as online resources. And more than that, you will have a very interactive spaces will be there in the library. It's a modern furniture will be there in this. And this is an online catalog for DOC particularly, and you can just see that what are the books available, and you can see, how many copies are there, whether somebody has taken. If it is not taken, then you can book that. And we have this portal, library portal. It is a one-stop for you. Please visit this portal. It will give you everything. For example, e-books, e-journals, links are there. Just you go and click that, it will open. And this is how the catalog works. You can search the title, author, and it will list out. You can just click that, how many copies are there. You can issue that. So that is there. And these are the very, exhaustive list, I can say that, because these are available for all of you. Please make use of that. As I told you, I will conducting one more session in the classroom where I will taking one by one these resources, and we'll in depth we'll discuss on these things. And this is a remote access platform where you will be accessing all these online resources outside campus 24/7. So this is like that. JSTOR is one of the important resource for commerce people. So you can download the resource. Like ProQuest, it has more than 1 lakh ebooks collection. So this is daily news service. We are providing this service as of now to faculty. We will be extending this to weekly service to the students, where we will identify very important news from the daily news, and we will give the links, and we will send across all the students, so that they will be well connected, because what is happening in their area or in the educational sector, research areas, so that will help them to update themselves. So these are some of the rules. Please maintain the silence in the library. Always carry Mahe ID card. Mahe ID card will be the library card for all of you. You can issue that books from using that card. And don't disturb others. Whenever you are in the library, please always mind that other people are using the library. So please do that. And there is a CCTV surveillance inside the library. And this is for your security purpose. So these are some of the activities we carried out last year. A book exhibition during Milap, and a lot of database trainings, because all these databases comes with the latest the happenings in your particular area. So we will conduct those databases trainings to you, so that you can make good use of those databases. And again, book talks will be there. We will be organizing a lot of events from the library, so that please participate actively and make use of that. And again, there was another book exhibition. So this is an upcoming event from the library, that is design a bookmark competition. It will be across the Mahe Blr campus, where all the interested students will be participating and competing for the bookmark design competition. So thank you for all the listening patiently, and we will, one more session we will organize for the students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the detailed orientation on library facilities. Now I request Professor Ashwath to orient our students on MILES program.
Good afternoon, all of you. Hungry? All of them are telling we'll take less time, less time. I don't promise that. I'll take 15 minutes without queries. If there are queries, perhaps 20 minutes. So MILES is a department, is a center, is a school where we encourage innovation, entrepreneurship, and leadership. So just to give a global perspective on innovation and entrepreneurship. Of course, US takes the cake, about 75,000 entrepreneurs. India is next, 15,000. The rest we did not read. I can share the deck, you can go through that later. The industries or the segments where more entrepreneurship is being done, IT takes the cake there. AI, ML, cybersecurity, that's about 32%. Then health tech, that's the core, that's the strength of Mahe, where we have medical as well as engineering. Medical gives the problem statement, engineering gives the solution. So, you know, it's a nice mix. So that's our thrust area. We're very sad to note, EdTech is down there some 4%, thanks to Baiju. So what's about Indian scenario? Top 10 colleges, they take the cake. They generate more entrepreneurs. 15,000 is what we saw on the other slide. In this slide, there's about 5,000 entrepreneurs being generated from these top 10 colleges, which are basically IIT, IIM, BITS Pilani, and couple of them. IIT Mumbai and IIT Delhi takes the, they are the maximum. Does this ring a bell? Which company did they form? From IIT Delhi? Yo. This one? Cool. IIT Ahmedabad? Deepak Kalra? Sanjeev Bikhchandani? Yeah. Rahul? I could populate this entire deck with that, but just paucity of time, I have stopped here. So I'm just listing down IIT Mumbai, we have lots, Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, Madras. I don't know why it's still called as Madras though. Roorkee. So the message that I'm trying to drive here is most of the startups are found in college dormitories. College is the place where a lot of entrepreneurship activity that churns out. And Miles, as part of Miles, we want to encourage and bring Mahe to the forefront in terms of entrepreneurial activity, and we want to churn more entrepreneurs, more employers than employees. That's the effort. So towards this, before launching Miles, what did we do? We studied the entrepreneurship education models in colleges, top colleges, which is listed here, Stanford, Harvard and stuff like that. Did a lot of consultation internally. VCs, MIT, TAPME. We have some 2-3 incubation centers within our Mahe group. That also we talked to. Did a lot of reading before we came up with this Miles as a curriculum. And our learnings are put over there. The entrepreneurial drive, it is more found in students. Once you get employed, 3 months salary aa gaya, then after that complacency sets in. I don't want to take risk, man. Every month I'm getting this money. So, risk-taking capability is more in student life. So we encourage during your education journey, if you are able to come up with a business idea, then that itself is great. Then how to make it commercializing, we are there for you. Incubation helps develop entrepreneurship activity. The other points I need not go through, it's all. So what is the action plan based on all our studies, all our consultation with others? Miles shall be a standalone school which will drive only entrepreneurship and innovation within Mahe for all the students across the board. To do this, we need to have a good ecosystem. So we are having tie-ups with VCs, other incubators, so that we get a full round, create a good ecosystem for entrepreneurship. Programs, all our curriculum is driven by external faculty, external guys who are from the industry. They are close to the business and the business models. So that's our finding, and all our faculties are hired from outside. They are industry stalwarts. So entrepreneurship education, how do we drive that? We have 5 levels, L1 to L5. So just quickly go through what is L1. Are you fit to become an entrepreneur? Do you have that in you? What are the qualities of an entrepreneur? All those things are there in Google. We don't have to teach you. So what we do is, we have entrepreneurs who have been there, who have done that, who have touched the live wire. They'll come and interact with you in the same hall. where students are there instead of parents, all students, and you have interactions with them. So we believe that if you have 10 such interactions, you will be able to know whether entrepreneurship journey is for you, yes or no. Having done that, any entrepreneur needs to have basic skill sets. So what are those skill sets and how do we do it? We'll cover in the next slides, and that's why I've got that arrow there. So I'll not talk much about that here. So once level 1, level 2 is done, the level 3, we say, abhi bhi banna hai entrepreneur. Then you should choose a path. You can't say, yes, I want to become an entrepreneur without an idea. So we have listed down some top 7 or 8 categories which are in the vogue now. Fintech, the ones which are there in the red ones. So those are the ones which are thrust area in Mahe. As I told you earlier, we have medical colleges, we have Manipal hospitals where the problem statements come. We have engineers who can, so we have a perfect blend. So that's our thrust area. Doesn't mean we are not there in InsurTech, retail tech, or we give equal importance to all, but that's easy for us to do it. Baएं हाथ का खेल. After having chosen your pathway, what we encourage is interaction with VCs. VCs, moneyed guys, they are the lifeline for any entrepreneurship, any business. So they come and talk to you guys, telling you what they expect out of you when you come with your business plan, when you knock their doors for funding. So that's a very intense class that we encourage students to go through. Having done level 4, all the 4 levels, then we expect out of the students that we are addressing, at least 10% of them, if they come through, we have a strength of about 5,000 odd next year perhaps. So 10%, 500 entrepreneur we will not be able to handle. So once a student comes up with entrepreneurship idea, we don't drop it. We pick him, carry him. We also incubate, mentor them, go to market strategy, also help them raise funds. Innovation, we have identified some listed areas. Out of it, the red ones are the key ones that we have targeted as of now: 5G, semiconductor, and AI in healthcare. Healthcare being very close to Mahe and our hearts. So these are the 3 things that we are trying to address as of now. So innovation courses are to be attended. Either you come up with a entrepreneurship idea, become an entrepreneur, or learn 5G and be better equipped to face the job market. 5G semiconductor. So this was the hand that I showed you. We'll go a little deep dive into this. We offer bouquet of courses. Level 1 is Entrepreneur Talk Series, where entrepreneurs come and talk to you. I told about that. Level 2, these are the courses. Any entrepreneur, whether he's an engineer or he's a lawyer, he needs to know basics of finance, accounting, compliance, statutory compliance. So that is one module. Despite of you developing a good product or a service, बेचना मांगता है ना? So you need to know how to sell. 5 minutes to conclude. Yeah, so you need to get these skill sets of sales. Business strategy is something that you do not have the knowledge of when you are fresher passing out of the college. You need gray hair for that. So we help you with business strategy. Then innovation courses of insurance and the verticals that we talked about, fintech, edtech. VC interface. So how this is delivered, we have a 36 hours module of all of these. Best part is all these classes shall be conducted online on Saturdays, where it is not clashing with your regular courses. Faculty are industry experts, I told you. We have a registration process. We have a formal mechanism of evaluation as well. Attendance is monitored. And we have very strong industry connects, which basically we are from industry. Director of this is Raghu, who was heading Infosys India business. I myself, Ashwath, I am chartered accountant with about 25 years of experience in corporate. Then I came back to the industry, from the industry, to share my gray hair with the students. So we have one more colleague, Priya, somewhere there. Can you raise hands? Maybe she has stepped out. So she is also from the industry. So we drive this innovation entrepreneurship courses within the organization, within Mahe. And this course is over and above regular course which Santosh and gang, they are driving, they are teaching you. These are certification courses. So Ashwath, that's Ash, that's me. Priya is my colleague. So any doubts, any queries, I may not be able to take them now, but you can always reach us. We sit in the same building, 5th floor. You'll be able to find us, and any queries, please do contact us. Did I do justice? 5 minutes, Shailja? Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, please be, all the parents and students, please be informed. Lunch is arranged, and there's a bus which will take us to the venue of lunch. I just request 10 more minutes of your time because we have 2 more short presentations. I've already requested them 5 minutes. So they'll stick to that schedule. So we have Rajesh Williams, sir, who is our sports director, who's going to address about the sports. And then one more presentation by Kanaut, sir, about examinations.
Good afternoon, one and all. So it's very simple. So I'm Dr. Rajesh William. So I'm going to explain about the sports and physical education. So I'm the director of physical education. So before I start my session, so I just want to explain why sports is very important. So you have gone through all the hurdles so far. So very simple trick is that just come out and play, have fun, boost yourself, and go back to your academic work again. Okay, so this is a simple trick. So in the following slide, I am going to explain how the sports will help you for your academic and your career. So let me start with one small research finding that it is saying 3 out of 4 adults are obese or overweight in adolescence. So think where our India is going and how we are all getting overweight or someone is in the obese. So I'm here to help you out. So how to reduce your weight, not only sports, I'm here to help you. There are many of them, 3 out of 4 are obese or overweight. So I'm going to help you out how to reduce your weight, how to actively involve in sports. So these are all the facilities which is available. Hope you have gone through that. We have excellent world-class sports facilities. Basketball, cricket field, outdoor badminton court, tennis and volleyball. So all these play fields are floodlighted. So you can start your sports early at 6 o'clock till your academic hour starts. Then you can play till 9 o'clock before your dinner time. So in terms of indoor sports, that indoor sports complex is going to come up. So it includes badminton, chess, carom board, again cricket nets inside the sports complex, table tennis, squash, and some few area for martial arts. And gym, especially for men and women, aerobics and yoga. The sports timing for all the students, those who are in the hostel, can utilize the sports morning 6 o'clock till evening 9 o'clock. So all the equipments will be provided, and you are most welcome if you have your own sports material like tennis racket or badminton racket. So for materials will be provided for all the sports, all the students by surrendering your ID cards. So these are some glimpse of sports field, and this is the programs which is organized last year. So that especially the DOC is organized open basketball tournament for entire Mahe campus, and some few chess tournaments and football, tennis tournaments and volleyball. So again, this is a huge list. So if you are into any of these event or any sports, you can approach to me, then I can help you out participating the inter-university tournament. It is Form 3. You have to go to Manipal main campus to participate this tournament, and you will be the representative of Mahe Manipal. The previous one is for men's section, and this is for women. So it includes all the sports. So this is a schedule for entire year. So what all the events we are going to conduct, and actually it is classified into two. One is the intra-house and inter-collegiate tournaments. So inter-university matches, as I said earlier, the Manipal main campus, you have to go there and you have to participate, and you can get a certificate of Mahe University. Then intercollegiate, all intercollegiate matches will come under here. And Mahe Sports Club. So centrally we are planning to organize a form on a sports club. So there it is open for everyone. If you are not fanatic to any of sports, if you are not interested, or if you are not a sports enthusiast, but you want to be fit, then these kind of events will come under sports club. Then intramural within DOC, community club, local club matches, and faculty matches, and Freshers Day matches, and Mahe selection trials for the main Manipal University. So in the previous, I told why sports is important. The three reason is efficiency and endorphin, and the final one is fun. So efficiency, so if you play sports and keep yourself fit, then definitely it will be helpful for your study. Efficiently you can do your study. And endorphin, it is kind of happy chemical. So when you play any sports or any adventurous activity, it will create and it will suppress your depression and stressors. And fun all the time. So as our VC told, don't be a bookworm all the time. So come out and play, and in your HOD, as your HOD told, create friendship, and it should be a healthy friendship. So if you come to play field and if you play, so you can create one gang there, and you can keep yourself fit at the same time. Your gang, everybody will be fit. Okay, so hope you all know about this BMI between your height and weight. So it's very simple. So calculate your body weight and keep yourself fit and maintain your BMI level. So it should be below 25. So definitely you can be come to that level and keep yourself fit. So in the two pictures, both are same weight. Still that obese guy, so it is a composition of fat or muscle. So it depends. So keep yourself fit in terms of muscle, not the fat level. So again, one more thing, waist and hip ratio. So keep monitor your weight, waist and hip ratio. So keep keep eye on your visceral fat especially. So you may not be looks very plumpy, but if your internal fat, internal organ fat is too much, then you are more related to obese and heart related diseases. That's all from sports side. So before I conclude, I just want to say that word, take care of your physique, that means your body, because that is the only place you have to live in to do all the works. Whatever you are doing, everything is for your liveliness. Okay, so thank you so much and good luck for your future.
Thank you, sir. Now I welcome Kenneth Rodriguez, sir, to orient our students on examination processes.
Yes, they are requesting for time. It has completed, now you have completed admissions, hostel, library, entrepreneur, and sports. Then last chance is for examinations. But I would like to say that examinations, yes, very important. Though it is comes at the last, it's very important. There are few points I need to cover in this. Myself, Canute Roderick, Deputy Registrar Evaluation. My office is at 6th floor. So, having said this, I want to mention or discuss only few things. Only 8 points are there. Assessments and grading, how it goes. Every parent should know, every child should know. Credits and promotion criteria in the brief order. Grading, how it is done, or SGPA, CGPA, how it is calculated, because later you will find only numbers. And the admit cards, how it will be, that's all representations and evaluation process, re-evaluation, and what are the grades given. That is important also. So what is AB, what is DT, what is I grades, that will be reflected in your marks card. And the last is the makeup exams, how we will be doing the makeup exams. So this is what assessment. We are being into the continuous evaluation process. Earlier we had 30 to 70 was the ratio. That is 30 is internal assessment and 70 was our end sem examinations, examination. But gradually university needs to go or want to go from 70 as an internal, where you are trained rigorously up till by the faculties and all, and 30 is the assessment ratio. So currently we are at 50-50. Internal is 50 and end sem exams is 50. So that is what we are in the current stage, and you will be undergoing with this term. And there are minimum marks. Minimum marks for internal assessment is not there. Minimum can be 0 also. You can still pass, but the end sem examination has a minimum marks of 35%, and overall we have to have 40%. So these are all how it is calculated like. If you have scored semester 1 as 26 grade, this is not for you. For your course, it is 20 credits at the max. So just for the calculation purpose, don't go by the numbers going ahead. If you have 8 subjects, if you have 26 in first semester credits and second semester again 26, on an average, you should score 26 to go for second year. That is 50% of your credits. This is how the our SGPA is calculated. See that this is for again not for your programs, that is subject codes are different. Don't worry, the subjects will be like this. There will be 4 credit courses and 3 credit courses for you. So that A plus is the maximum grading. I'll tell you that what is the A plus and all. See, if A plus is graded for your marks card will not be given with the marks. It will be graded. A plus, A, B, C, D, E and F is the grades given. So 10 is A plus. If you get A plus, you can have that means grade point is 10. And 9, 8, 7 like this. And 0 means it is failed. Or if you get the failed grade means it is 0. So the calculation goes like this. 10 into 4, that is credits earned will be 4 if you are passed in that. So 40 is the grade points earned. Okay. Last and so on, we will calculate for the B, C, D, whatever grade you have got. So accordingly, we will calculate the grade point, and SGPA is calculated by total grade points accumulated divided by total number of credits. It is clearly shown in the picture. I hope you understood. Okay, is it clear? So this calculation you must know both for CGPA and SGPA. Semester grading also is done same, and CGPA will calculate the SGPA's total. So that is also shown here. Hope this is clear. Any doubts? No doubts. You are hungry, I understand. Okay, this is our evaluation process. Another 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Internal assessment and external assessment is there. Quizzes are there. For internal assessment, they can do anything within the college level. External or end sem examinations is only in our control. Internal assessments is completely control of the college. Okay. So the internal assessment, they may conduct quizzes, assignments or any other activities, and mid-sem exam is the one criteria for that. And end-sem exam is conducted throughout, and the results are graded. And once the results are graded, there can be other than A to F grade, there can be AB or I or DT. AB means you are absent for the exam, that is failed only. Okay. I means incomplete, that is due to medical reason if you have not come, and this should be prior permitted, not after the exams or just before the exam. This should be prior communicated with the HODs, and they have to get the permission to exempt from the examination. And DT is detained with loss of attendance. If the attendance is not up to 75%, he is called as detained. He should repeat the complete this course. So these are the three things. Now, what is the difference between AB, DT and I? AB and DT are equal graded, like they are failed. But I graded, and there is a grade cap for AB. Immediately after this, we have our revaluation or this makeup exam. For the makeup exam, if they sit, that will be I grade will be capped for full. That is, he can get 100 out of 100, which is A. But if he is absent and if he is taking 100 out of 100 also, then he is capped at C. That is the second chance. That's why it is C. That is the difference between these two grades that you should remember. Okay, we conduct all our exams into ePads. So ePad is one of the electronic device where we can write, scribble, paint, shade, draw, anything. So this training will be given for you, and all our end-sem exams will be on this only. It is a paperless exams. Okay. And next comes is our admit card. Admit card is very important for a student. That is a document for him whether he has taken all the courses for the exam or not, or whether he has appeared or not. Those things and all will be recorded in this admit card. So it will be a very useful document for the student. And at the same time, behind the admit card, there are instructions which are very important for a student to understand, both for the student and parents. Why for the parents is, there are some rules and regulations to be followed in the exam, during the examination, which has no excuse if they lapse. We conduct examinations very strictly, and there is a sanctity for that. So that is very important to know whether they have the rules to be followed. So it is already represented here, and also we represent the same thing in our discipline, this malpractice or disciplinary actions guidelines. These are very important, they should know. Again, later on, the mobile should not be taken. These are all the criteria are there. By mistake, I have taken, no excuse. I was not knowing that it was in my pocket, no excuse. So in the examination hall, it is very strictly calculated. Later, parents will come and do, no, this has happened to me in earlier experience. My candidate, my child cannot do those things. This is very often I will get, but we can't help. We go by this rule, and this rule will be well in advance published. Every candidate will be knowing. So I need not explain further, I think. This is the revaluation. If the student is not happy with their grades after the results, they can always come back with the revaluation. Revaluation will be given a time of 2 or 3 days to apply, and after that they can see their papers. Once they can see the papers, there also they can decide whether to go ahead or to withdraw from the revaluation. Why withdrawal and why go ahead? So you may think that what is the problem in going ahead? If you go ahead and the reevaluation is done, and if the scores or grades come down, that will be the final. If it goes up also, that will be final. So there are both the chances. So students need to be very careful before selecting this. So if they are confident to go ahead, that is fine. They are most welcome. Then after failing, or those who have failed after this reevaluation process, they can see the paper and evaluated by the second lecturer. Then the results are out. Once the results are out, even still they are failed, within 15 or 20 days, there will be makeup exam. Makeup exam is a exam to get one more exam, one more chance given to the student within the session. Okay, even if the credit short and all, if they are detained, they can gain the credits in makeup and come back to the college. So makeup exam has C grade as a capping. Even if you score 100 out of 100 in makeup exam, you will be graded to C. So one who want to score very well, please score in the first attempt only. So only for the I grade, in the first exam, they are graded for the full. So this is the slight difference between I grade and other. Okay, any questions? I hope there are no questions and ready to clap. Okay, sir, and thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And thanks for all the students and also for the parents for your patient hearing us out, because we are almost over the schedule by about half an hour or so. Now, the lunch is, we have the buses which will take us to the lunch venue. You will receive the coupons just outside the hall. And then the buses are, people will guide you where to get into the buses. And I request all the students to assemble back for report for the document verification in room number 313 and 316. 313 and 316 of the same building. Immediately after your lunch, I request you all to report there because it might take time because we have good numbers. Thank you very much.